switch that light off. Okay, so we want the energies to come in, which I'm sure they will when they're ready. Hi, Effie. I've missed everybody, you know. I missed talking to everybody. Would you like my cap from Trump Towers? Hi, Sue Clark. Show you my mug. Hi, Tapper77. Oh, yes. Liking my mug from New York. I said, I need that in my life, you know. I don't need no Tiffany jewellery. I just need a Trump mug so I can have a brew on here. So I'll just wait for everyone to come in. Thank you, Rachel. Hey, Brian. Sweet Cece. Aloha. Hi, Peter. But yeah, this hat will come into play. I'll take it off in a minute, but I just thought I'd show you. It's a bit, you know, because the Marines have been activated and all that, you know, military and stuff. Thought I'd get a military style one with just a little bit of the Trumpster on the side. And then obviously I collect mugs, so I mean, I did need this one in my life. I actually like this picture. Oh yes. And hopefully everyone's seen them pictures. Hi Alison. Hi Dave. Yes, I'll just take it off because I can't really see what I'm doing. But I just thought I'd show you because that will come into play when I tell you about visiting New York. And obviously you've seen the pictures. This was in Trump Towers. Oh yes, I did get there. I got to one of them. I believe he's got 3 in New York. I saw one at Grand Central Park, right outside Central Park, and this one I went to was further down. I can't remember. Hi Stephen. So hi to everybody who is in now or comes in, but I'll probably get distracted, so I'll just chat. But yeah, I thought I'd switch the lights down because some energies might want to come in. I'm sure they will when they want to, if you know what I'm talking about. We had the little the one today, I just will say, if anyone saw my last video, looked like a fairy to me because it looked like it was going, and it just came up to me and then went that way. So, you know, if any more decide to come in, I've got the candles on, so we'll see. Probably when I start talking about frequencies. And my nose ring is just not staying in today. Don't know why. It's just not nose. This is just not staying in. See, it's got a bit of dry skin around it, but it's just been naughty. So I don't know what it's doing. Roseanne Barr is putting out good stuff over. Yes, I'll be catching up with Roseanne Barr because I've not seen a lot of them. You know, I was watching the Roseanne Barr, and she is great, and she knows what's going on. Hi, Symphony of Souls, everybody that's coming. So yeah, I was just going to talk a bit about New York and personally what I thought about New York. Brainwashing city. Sorry, but if you're from New York, I mean, wow. Ooh. But I'll get into that in a minute. How long since you had it pierced? I did it before I went, so it's not been that long, but I did get like a spot, and then yeah, so whatever. It's okay though, it's not sore. So yeah, New York, and then I'm going to talk a bit on the YouTube channel that I was going to shout out with a doctor. I can't remember what his name is, but I have written it down, about manifestation and what I've always been talking about. And it was just interesting the way this guy said this makes total sense, which is what I've been trying to talk about, but I don't always think that I get it out where people understand me properly. But yes, sweet Cece, oh my God, I will be talking about that guy and playing what he said out. I see the world changing, so does he, so do a lot of us. So yeah, it is that guy. So thank you. Good to have you back. Thank you. So if some of you don't know, I went to visit New York. It was like, you know, a trip, you know, for so many days, whatever it was, can't even remember. Not that that matters, but on the way there, before we got on the flight, no, when we got there, JFK Airport, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, JFK Airport. Thank you, Tapper. I missed you all too. Yeah, it does swell up. Yeah, it does swell up and try to push out. That's what I believe it's doing. It's trying to, it's like a foreign body. It's like I'm not meant to be here. I'm like we were. Talking about my piercing. So thank you, Tapper77. I missed you all too because I didn't have anything on over there. So I get to JFK Airport, and you have to go through like the metal detector. Guess which one I had to go through? And there was an orb there. I hope you saw it because I did right here. As I was just talking, JFK. And it was just moving about there. Hello. Told you it'd come in when they want to. Maybe I'll shut the curtain over there. Hang on a minute. I don't know if anyone just saw that, but yeah. Just let me get rid of this. So I'm just like in my comfies today. I'm still tired. So yeah, the energies are coming in because I will be talking about energies after the New York trip. So I get to JFK, and which detector do they put me through? Just guess. You have the one that looks like the film out of Total Recall. You know that one where you have to stand like this, and the normal metal detector. Guess which one they put me through? I was like, oh no, not that one. And it was like, oh yes, you were going through this one. So I went through the one that's supposed to pump out radiation. You know, the one they stand in? Yeah, I went through that, and I'm not being funny. I felt really weird when I came out of it. I felt dead. It's as if I just went whoomph, and I just felt meh when I came out of it. Yeah, I should have opted out, but I didn't know what to do because I was with a load of people. I thought, oh my God, they might take me in a room and it might take ages and it might delay something. So I'll just go through it. So I'm stood there like this going, oh my God, it's like a radiation room thing. And went through that, got out the other end, like, have you packed your bags yourself? But the woman's going over me for ages with the other little metal hand detector thing. And I'm thinking, oh, what's she looking for? What's she looking for? And then I'm thinking, oh my God, it distorts your magnetic field. Well, I'll tell you something about that. I thought, oh my God, they found me twinkles or something. But then I thought, yeah, I'm not surprised because in New York, straight after I came out of there, I felt very like, meh. And I had, it did knock me out of balance straight away. That's what I felt like. That is exactly what I felt like. And when I got to the hotel, I did manage to film some orbs, but they weren't like orbs that are in my house. Like I get a lot. There was some, but I got a lot and felt a lot better when I got home. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me. Next time I'll be opting out of that one. They can frigging hand search me. Well, I'm not even bothered. So I was knocked out of balance in New York anyway. Sorry to any New Yorkers that might be watching. I'm not saying I don't like New York. What I'm saying is this is my story. So I'm in New York. I mean, my face was like this because if I'd have gone asleep, hi Nicola, if I'd have gone asleep, meaning not being awake to certain stuff, I would have been like, oh yeah, woohoo, woo, yeah, New York, and all this. But I wasn't. I was like, oh my God, brainwashing, billboards, news, everywhere, Times Square. Oh my God, Times Square was like, it's nighttime. You turn into Times Square and it's just like Las Vegas. It's just lights everywhere. So it's like it's daylight because it's that light with advertising after advertising on massive, giant billboards. You know? So me looking at it was like, all my friends are like, oh yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, like it is like And They Live, the movie, And They Live, obey, consume. I was just like, can you imagine my face? I was like, everyone's like, ah! I'm like, oh my God, I've got nobody to talk to about this. I can't really talk to my mum. Yeah, overstimulate the minds of all the citizens. Exactly. I can't really talk to my mum because whatever. I can't really talk to my sister and her friends because they invited me, and I thought, well, I don't want to ruin their sort of holiday to New York with me going on about, the Mason sort of like signs I can see. And I don't mean like, I believe there were Masons that were good and Masons that were bad, but what took over because they saw what was coming, you know what I'm saying? I've talked about this before. I was just like, orb alert, yeah, there's orbs. I was just like, can't really talk to anybody, about this, and I don't want to ruin. Oh my God, I've just got on something, I don't know how to get off it. What's this about? I'm like, oh my God, I'm just gonna have to take this in and be like, so I'm like that. Yeah, I should have took my dad, exactly. Then we're getting the taxis, and I'm like, there's TVs in the back of the taxis. There probably is in London, I don't know. I'm not a city person. I will hold my hands up right now. Sorry, peeps, I am not a city person. Come on, Orbs. I'm not a city person. They have TVs in the back to show you how much it costs, but it's constant news. Democrats, Trump's this, Trump's that, Democrats. It's a state city. Controlling, and sorry, I'm getting a bit hot because I've got the heating on. That's all that I saw. Basically, it was just control, control, control. Every bar that we went in, everywhere had the news on. Everywhere, I was like, I don't want to listen to the news. I don't want to listen to the brainwashing machine. So I'm not saying I didn't like New York because it's not New York's fault. Hi. Oh, they're coming in. It's the brainwashing that goes on by the controllers. And I was just like, wow. Coming into it at night time, it felt like Gotham City. It felt so enclosed because of the buildings. I was just like, oh, I need to see some trees. I mean, yeah, there's trees dotted about. So obviously when I got to Central Park, I was in the element. I was like, oh, Central Park, look at all the squirrels. Look at all the trees, look at the ice skating ring. That I think that's the one that Trump made, because I seen an interview ages ago where they said they couldn't fix it and he fixed it and brought it in within the time and fixed it. And it's got Trump's, I showed you a picture, it's got Trump's ice skating rink on it, hockey, and I was skating around on there. And I don't know if it's from the film Serendipity, because that's one of my favourite films. I skated on there. I haven't been skating for years, got on there, went round once, and that was it. It was off. My mum was on the film. That was my mother. Thought she'd fallen her ass because she hasn't been skating for years, and she just zoomed off like a professional skater. So that was all good. Yeah, so it was, I liked all that. And then all the girls went shopping on, to Bloomingdale's and this, that, and I was just like, not really bothered. Hi, Revolutionary Visit. Hi, everybody's just coming to chat. I'm not like a shopper anymore. I'm just, doesn't bother me about materialistic things, really. I just wanted to go to Trump Towers. So I was like, I need to get to Trump Towers. Where's Trump Towers? We've seen one of them, but where's the other one? So they all go in. Yeah, London is a tight. Well, yeah. They all go in to Tiffany's. I like Tiffany's, but I couldn't afford Tiffany's. But we went in looking, and we had to stand in there for ages, for about an hour. Why? Some of the girls were picking something to buy. The mothers were picking something to buy. So we sat there and we're all just chatting. So bear in mind, we were in there quite a long time. Trump Towers was like next door but one or something. So they all went, watch Janine's face, me, when she sees Trump Towers. And there's a guy going around with a Trump mask on. So hi, Miss Chime. So I get outside and they're like, look. And I'm like, whoa, it's Trump Towers. Oh my God, I need to get a picture. And I think you've seen the pictures, but I'll show you again anyway. So apparently the girls were going to walk off and say, come on, let's go. And someone else said, no, she waited for you when you were in Tiffany's. So we should wait for, because it was me and my sister that went in and my mum. We should wait for them, just have a quick look around Trump Towers. We're only in there for about 15 minutes, if that. So let me just see what is going on here. Why is this happening to my pictures? So I find the Trump ones. I know you've probably all seen the video, but I'm going to show you again because I was in my element. I wasn't really bothered about shopping. I just wanted to. So there's me outside Trump Towers. I know you probably can't see the picture properly, but I was like, yes. They had all the security there. And then the guy who was dressed as Trump, who in my head, I met Trump, as there he is. He's pretty tall, this guy. Pretty tall. Sorry about the nails. I've just took the disgusting at the minute. But yeah, there were some other pictures, but I just thought it was really funny. New York is like Edinburgh. Well, yeah, so I was pretty happy with that, and that's where I got my baseball cap from. This is from Trump Towers with Trump on it. And then this was just from one of them cheap shops. I was like, yeah, I need this cup in my life so I can drink my tea out of it. So on here and annoy people that don't like him. But basically, I don't know what I was expecting. Yes, I was expecting big buildings. Yes. We went on a bus tour, but I wasn't listening to the bus tour because I was too busy looking at the really old buildings with the really old symbology on it. And I have got a few of them pictures as well. We got to Rockefeller, the Rockefeller bit. I was like, oh my God, can they not put it in your face any bigger than it was? We went in the Rockefeller, top of the rock, observatory, Empire State Building, all that. But in the observatory, there's a shop, and my mum was like, do you know anything? Do you want to look at this? Look what the Rockefeller's quote is. Should we buy this? And I was like, I'm not buying anything that's got Rockefellers on it. Okay. And my friend's like, oh, well, the Rockefellers were the founding something of the Masons, and they founded the blah, blah, blah. And I went, yeah. And they're also not good. So I'm not buying anything with Rockefellers on it. Thank you very much. And my mum's trying to persuade me. And I'm like, no, I don't want anything with Rockefellers on. Thank you. So the Rockefellers front of the building will look like this. If I can find it. You know, not any symbology on it, really, is it? I mean, I think it was a flat earth reference. That's what I thought. Anyway, and I'll show you. I was like, really? I mean, what is this? So, I mean, we've got this going on. We've got this going on, you know. And then we've got this going on. Where is it? That's the wrong one. We've got this going on. That's definitely a Mason sign. We've got all this going on. That was on the building. I was like, what's this? We've got, I mean, this was the biggest one. I mean, this is the doors that we went in. The doors are down here. That was massive. Don't know if you can see because obviously it's not very in focus. Oh, the compass there, the Masonic sign. Where is it? Which even my sister noticed was this. I mean, and it said something underneath like wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of the something or other. Can't remember what it said. And then also this thing, I was like, what's this? I mean, what's this? All I was thinking was this bit could have been like a flat earth reference. It's got a mountain popping up between it, you know, Mount Meru, I don't know, center point. And then all the little things around it, because it's a ring, Lord of the Rings, is star signs, the zodiac. So I was like, it's interesting. But that was just me in my head going, oh my God. There was loads of other things. There was like when you get gargoyles on the buildings, really old ones, some of them had massive, see that's come out again. Oh, it's not doing this, it's told today. Massive owls, Moloch, I don't know, but there was owls and all sorts of different stuff. It was interesting. Trump took symbols off Trump Tower when he rebuilt it. Yeah. Not surprised because a lot of them are, you know, there's a lot of satanical stuff out there. But yeah, I saw a lot of stuff. And it was interesting because people weren't looking at that, but I was. There was loads of other things. There was 7 following me around again while I was over there. There were orbs in New York, but they didn't seem to be as much as that what I can film when I'm at home. I think my energy was a bit like, not that I wasn't happy being there, it just felt different. And it was the whole thing with the whole, they wanted to buy them, he destroyed. Good. I didn't know that. Good. I just found it weird because I've just realised, hi, Dad. Check out Effie, Awakening of Owen Benjamin, Durf channel, strong language warning. Yeah, check out Durf after. Earth channel, because he's doing an awakening of Owen Benjamin. And if you haven't seen the awakening of Owen Benjamin, I love Owen Benjamin, when he tried to debunk flat Earth, it's hilarious. It's the funniest thing ever. So if you haven't seen it, please check that out after, and I'll be rechecking it out. But I just know I'm not a city person, so that's not against anyone who lives there. I'm just not a city person. I'd rather have a lot of country around me and not massive, big, towering buildings. Some people love all that, but I don't. But I definitely did see the programme in there. It was like And They Live, the constant billboard. So it's like I said, I'm not slagging New York as a place. I'm slagging off what they've done to New York, what they've done to London. It's like a big glorified London, or London's like New York. It's the whole of the, if anyone gets what I'm saying, I was just like, oh, the brainwashing. So talk about this, I don't know. I just obviously noticed a lot of homeless people, like you do. Obviously, I noticed another thing as well, because I'm more like vegetarian now. There wasn't much choice in eating. I thought they'd have bigger lists. I mean, I didn't find a vegan restaurant, or a vegetarian restaurant, because I was with a load of girls that eat meat, so we were all sticking together. So that was a bit like pizza or pasta, or I didn't have much choice. Yeah. So, but it's like they say, if you see films like Hunger Games, it's a bit like that. They have these states like London, like New York. They're the holding places of where they control people. People are like, yeah, bright lights, big city. Want to go and live in the city? Yeah. Ooh, go and get controlled then, because they're brainwashing you with all the buy this. So it is a bit like And They Live. And if you've not seen the old film And They Live, maybe you should go and watch it, because the big control system at that was mainstream media. Go figure. So yeah, we saw the Statue of Liberty. We went up the Empire State Building. Oh my God, we did 40,000 steps a day. So I literally came home with my feet falling off my feet. I'm a walker, but I've never walked that much. I know you do walk a lot in New York, but I thought I'd be fine. Queuing all the time, going through security, obviously, and all that at the Empire State Building and everywhere, and all the time, and standing still. And then when your feet are hurting when you're standing still, went to the museum everywhere. It was just, oh my God. I like literally could not wait to get in bed to put my feet up. Literally could not wait to get in bed. 40,000 steps a day. Yeah. I did want to go back to Central Park and just get a pretzel and a coffee and sit and people watch and draw, but that never happened because my mum was moaning about something and we ended up doing something. I didn't end up going. I did go through Central Park. We did sort of walk around it and through it, not the whole of it. Probably missed some bits, but we didn't actually chill out in it. I just wanted to have a picnic. I just want, because we were on an itinerary and we just had to get through everything fast because we wanted to do everything in the days that we were there. So if I ever went to New York again, which is highly unlikely unless it was with someone I was with or something, I was just chilling a bit more. I'd be in Central Park, chilling out, having a picnic, because the day we went there, it was hot and sunny. We went ice skating, it was hot and sunny. A cafe we did stay off in, the birds were just dive bombing us for our food, which was really funny because they're all used to it. The squirrels are all used to it, so they're out having selfies and everything. But I did really enjoy Central Park because it didn't feel like you were in the city. So yeah, sorry, I'm not a city girl. I prefer somewhere with a bit more country, and yeah, I don't know. I'd love to go like country western things and stuff like, I don't know, but yeah. We should have to pillars up. But it was good. It was an experience. We were too knackered at the end of the night. Like we didn't really party or anything because we did that much walking. It was like food and then to bed, to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to have a quick breakfast and go out again. So literally walking, trying to take everything in. Yeah, and I went to, oh, is it full of tunnels? Mm-hmm. Though that doesn't surprise me. I went to Ground Zero, but it wasn't an experience that I thought, I don't know. I saw it, I saw the other tower, and I was like, oh, wow, it's massive. Oh, this is where it is, the memorial of the square. I thought, square. water fountain. My mum started getting upset and nearly started crying. And I was like, but I had to, I know this sounds bad, but I sort of had to detach myself because I was thinking about the people who perished. I know this isn't a nice thing to talk about, but I know there's a lot of bullcrap behind it as well. And it's not the story, the proper story. And all that was going through my mind was, wow, look at all these people queuing to go into the museum, which thank God we didn't go in because I didn't want to go in there. I didn't want to feed into that energy of when you know who did it and you're paying to go and see it as a visiting sort of tourist attraction. I don't want to say attraction, but whatever you'd call it. I was like, I ain't feeding into it. I don't really want to be here that long as I can't even, yeah, the museum is a lie. Exactly. I couldn't say anything to my mum or anybody there because it was their holiday and I didn't want to make it worse of opening my mouth with the truth, you know what I mean? Because we were there, I didn't want to ruin the holiday, but I was like, I am not feeding into this energy. So it was like, oh my God, I really feel sorry for the people who did, but the other part of the lie of it, like I'm not feeding into it. I do not want to pay to go into that museum of a load of bullcrap lies that they've put there. Money, money, money. If anyone gets what I'm saying. So I was a bit like, and my mum was like, well, we'll go back again and we'll go in the museum. And I'm thinking, that's no. But luckily we didn't because it was raining and we ended up going somewhere else and we didn't actually go in there. I didn't want to feed into it. If anyone understands what I'm saying, I was just like, no. Yeah, that was at Ground Zero. They've got a museum that you go in. So obviously I don't know what's in the museum. I didn't want to see pictures of things and stuff that I know there's a different story behind it. So I thought, I am not, this is about energy, and this is what I'm going to talk about in a minute with energy. Feeding into that energy of something that happened that they made happen, and people are paying to go and see it. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. So in a sense, I was quite glad I didn't go in that museum. So like I'm saying, it was a bit of a weird experience. Hi, Teacher Smith. It was a weird experience. Like people who are asleep, like, yeah, New York, woohoo. I'm glad I've been. I'm not moaning about it. I'm just saying, when you see with new eyes, it does not honour the victim. Exactly. Exactly. When you go with awakened eyes, it's a totally different experience. Don't get me wrong. There was good bits, you know, with my friends and my mum and my sister, even though my mum was crackers while she was over there. You know, seeing how busy is this, but the other flip side of it, of the brainwashing and that sort of stuff where you're just like, oh my God, like people can't see, was an experience in itself. So it did make me feel, yeah, I wonder where the money got exactly. It did make me feel weird energy. I didn't like the energy. I couldn't wait to get the energy when I came home. Hi Ricardo. I have posted footage from the trip. It was just a little video I put up the other day, so it actually is there. And I'll probably make another one with just pictures because the lighting on that was a bit, well, I'll just put all the pictures in and make a little video and you can see it. So if anyone gets what I'm saying, I'm not moaning about it, but it was like when you see with open eyes of being awake, it's a totally different. And you imagine going with a load of girls that are lovely, me mum and some other mothers who were asleep. Some of them think they're awake to certain stuff, but they're not. Like, oh, the Masons was founded on. It's like, yeah, but you know, like, and I couldn't really talk about it because they would have all told me to shut up. And they're all not really into Trump, mind you. Actually, no, two of them were. Two of the mothers were into Trump. Can you imagine? I couldn't speak to anybody, so I was a bit like, you know, just I didn't have this on while I was over there, but I was just like, yeah. You know, so this was from Trump Tower. So I was just happy. I got to Trump Towers. I went up the escalator. I came down the escalator. I was like, brought myself a hat and obviously got my mug. So I was quite pleased with that. And in my head, the guy dressed up as Trump was the real Trump to me. Just never know. You never know. But who knows? Maybe one day. So yeah, there was loads of stuff. Went over Brooklyn Bridge. You know, some days it was rainy, some days it was hot. It was weird weather. Went up the observatories, but it was cloudy, so that shows you how high up it was. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, thank you. I'll tell you one thing. This was like, Democrat state, right? So we go in the Rockefeller Observatory, right? We're walking around, walking, going up. People come over and they're all like, yeah, so hey, I can't even do an American accent. You want to rent this? It was like a tablet. You want to rent this tablet? All you have to do is like tap onto the red pieces, and you can go to any building and fly over there on your, on your thing, and see it from all different angles and all this. And I'm like, yeah. So my mum goes, Trump was in black. Trump wasn't in red. Trump Towers, because they had all these things, and you tap on it, it takes you there. But Trump Towers wasn't in red. So my mum went, oh yeah, well, what about Trump Towers then? I've noticed that's in black, not red. So the girl went, oh, yeah, what it is, yeah, we've not done that bit yet. And we're just, still putting things in the system. I was like, yeah, really? You've left Trump Towers out in a Democrat state? You've not put him on there yet. He's only your president, but, it don't matter, does it? I'm like, nah, I don't want to rent your tablet out for $14 just to tap on something, because the only thing I want to tap on is Trump Towers. So, no. So I thought that was funny. Funny, not funny. But yeah, we did all the normal stuff you do. And that's why it was tiring, because everything was pushed into a small amount of days. You pushed in. And obviously New York is big. So I was absolutely shattered. Plane ride was good though. We was on Virgin Atlantic, Richard Branson, that's all I'm saying. But I watched Avengers Endgame going, which was hilarious. Oh my God. Thor put weight on and had longer hair. And I was like, what's going on here? That was a good ending. That made me think a lot about some stuff. Also watched Inception, which is brilliant. Dream stating and all that. Well, I believe in all that. That was great. On the way back, I watched the other part of Inception and Black Phoenix Rising, I think it was, by the X-Men. That was good as well. So yeah, it was a good trip, but I am not a city girl. I've only been to London once in all my life, and the day I went there, the weekend I went there for my birthday to see Wicked, which is still going in New York, by the way. There was a terror attack, and it was just, thank you. It was just, it's too busy and people are too rude, and there was rude people in New York. I'm not saying everybody, but not for me. So if ever I come to America again, I want to go somewhere who's got a bit more scenery. I'm just not into buildings. Some people are. Some people like the bright lights, big city and all that, but I've just realised, no, I'm not actually, that's not me. So get me fishing, get me riding horses or something. So I don't know, but that's just me though. Some people like it, some people don't. But like I said, yeah, no place like home. I was like, oh, my bed, my orbs. There's an orb, my orbs in my house, my energy. It's each to their own. But it was definitely like And They Live. It was just like And They Live. So yeah, it was fun though, but it was very tiring. Like I said, my feet have ached since I've got back for 2 days. They just never stopped aching. So, but yeah, so I've just felt more full of energy. Obviously, since I've got back, I'm not as tired as well from all the walking. But there'll probably be some more things that I think of that happened, but I can't think right now. They did have a lot of weed buses over there, which was funny. Lollipops and stuff, that was funny. We went to Planet Hollywood, the one we went to. I didn't think much of that. It was just like, yeah, we'll stick all these things up here and charge these prices. And I just thought, nah, no. I live in a town next door to Memphis, and we have lots of rural areas. Yeah, a bit more suburban. I think I'm a bit more suburban, whatever the right word is. Yeah, the movie And They Live. I swear to God, it was like And They Live. The billboards in what's that? The centre bit called was just like brainwashing. So the whole energy thing. So my energy did feel weird over there. I felt really weird. And then I come home and I'm thinking, I put it out there to, the ether. I need to come across somebody with stuff that I'm into. So like I just said, my best friend went last year. So the Times Square, and didn't like it. No, Times Square is just, it's bonkers. You would lots of other places in the USA. Yeah, I was thinking Memphis is lovely. I think my T-shirt, my big jumper I have on has Memphis on it. It's lovely there. We want, yeah, exactly. Teacher Smith. It was just Times Square was just bonkers. It's just brainwashing. Dolly, you need to go to northwest of Scotland. I know. I've never been to Scotland either. Never. So how funny is that? But the whole energy thing is, so I came across Doctor come to see, Grand Canyon would be good. There's loads of places in America, obviously, that I'd love as well. With big scenery and stuff like that. Yeah, I've noticed Cardiff has more and more Illuminati billboards. Exactly, yeah, that's what they are, aren't they? Illuminati billboards. Exactly. It's like obey, consume, look at what you could buy. And everything was celebrities. Empire State Building pictures, all celebrities like Whoopi Goldberg, Whoopi, and all them little like, look at me. So everyone walking past them's like, oh, look at all the celebrities. I'm like, really? Not interested, don't care, not interested. You're not important, not interested. Celebrities this, celebrities that. I saw how the news worked over there as well. I was like, yeah, really? Yeah, really? Okay. So yeah, it was quite funny. Did you see Jane's guys think back? Just saying. Disguise where? You don't mean it was him in the Trump. So I'm talking about Dr. Joe Dispenza, is it? I just think his chats are great. So let me go back to one of them. I did write something down actually. And it's all about manifestation. And this is the whole thing that I've been talking about. What is this doing? Sorry, this is not moving for me. Gwyneth Trump head may have been Junior. Gwyneth, guy with Trump. Yeah, you never know. It could have been him. I wouldn't put it past him to do something like that. He was a tall guy. You just never know these days. Never know. He thought, the dolly's coming. How am I going to get out there without looking? New Orleans was a crazy place, but fab for all the spiritualist stuff. Yeah, spiritual stuff, definitely. So just let me find this video. I did write it down. Now, I've always gone about manifesting, I should say. Don't know where Right, I've wrote this down, so let me get my book. So good of you back where you belong. Oh, thank you. I'm quite glad I'm back. I'm just missing everybody. Sounds mad, but... Right, I wrote this down because this is how I see things. And when I saw this guy talk about it, I was like, oh, hello. I don't know where that's just gone. So, where is it? Manifesting, law of attraction, explains it. Okay, I've checked. Why is this trying to get out? The quantum model of reality. Well, hey ho, quantum model reminds me of Q. He is apparently doing fun things in plain sight this summer fall. He was again last while he's in Dallas. Yeah, I can't wait for it. That's not happening again. It's so funny. Thank you. Quantum model of reality. You have to teach your body emotionally what that made future feels like. I've always said this. When you're manifesting, people say, oh, it doesn't work. No, because you've got to think it and then feel it, and you've got to feel like it's already here. You don't question how it's going to come in. It just is because it's here. So I've always said that. And that's what he said, but the way he said it was just brilliant. So I just wrote down, like he said, feel it looks like physical evidence has occurred. Relax, it will come in a way you least expect. Well, I've always said that. It never comes in the way that you expect it to come in. Challenge yourself every day. Be defined by a vision of the future. Clear intention. I've always said that is to do with an intention. Clear intention is a thought process, and then the elevated emotion is the emotion behind it. Heartfelt state of being, because that's how we work. That's what we are. And what I loved about it was he said, where is it? Thoughts are the electrical charge in the quantum field, and feelings, because it both goes together, are the magnetic charge. How you think, as I've always said, and how you feel broadcast an electric-magnetic signature that influence every single atom in your life. Question is, maintain that vision, that the view of your future, we're not going on about our past, the view of your future, independent of the conditions, your environment, the emotional, dependent of emotional addictions, conditioning, habits of the body, is independent of time. If you can, that's what greatness is about. It's our natural state of being. We are creators. It was just Ace. He's talking about the Taurus field. Yeah, Orbula. The Taurus field is, that's what I've talked about as well. 10 minutes of gratitude. Bring gratitude and joy into your heart center. Radiate it from your Taurus field. It will grow. Your field around your body is enhanced. Breathe through that center, producing a magnetic field, connecting you to something greater out there. And then it's saying, I've said this before, if you are in heart and loving and not in fear, the energy you will start attracting and broadcasting out into the quantum field, and it will find you. When you're in fear, separation, hate, and all that, it doesn't come to you, because it doesn't come to you. And that's why people say, oh, well, it doesn't happen, it doesn't work. No, because you're not putting a feeling behind it, and you actually have to be in love with life and feel that from the heart center. So if you're not feeling from the heart center, which means you're in fear, hate, anger, and all that, that frequency, like I've said, is like a radio station. He said the same thing, tuning in. It's not going to come in. So people poo-hoo it and go, oh, it's not working. Well, it's not going to work if you're not coming from here. And then it says on here, this is what I loved as well. I wrote some stuff down, but I will shout out the video. Gratitude, emotional signature. People have said to me, oh, you're quite emotional. Well, oh, I'm glad I am, because I can feel. You need to feel. If you can't feel, you're not going to be able to do it. Quantum model of reality. All possibilities exist in the present moment. I've said about the present, we're not looking at the past. The future's already in the present anyway, but we're not looking at the past. And I'm getting tingly hands now, and that mean energy is coming in. And I'm going to talk about that because I found it on his channel. I was like, oh my God, someone's answered that question. All possibilities exist in the present moment. Be in the present moment to create. You have to be in the present moment if you want to create your reality. Awareness, consciousness, paying attention, awareness. When you are body, oh yeah, I won't say that. Anyway, don't analyze it. You don't have to know how things are going to come in. Don't analyze it. Where it's coming from, it's already here. It's already here. You don't need to worry about the rest, the universe, whatever. The quantum field will do that for you. But this is the best bit I loved. I'll come into chat in a minute. This is the best bit I loved that he said. Right? The emotion is the carrier, the energy, the frequency, the thought. The thought, the direction, the Pacific field frequency, like tuning a radio dial. It's all about vibration and energy, all about a vibrational match. You've got to match into it to bring it in. And the potential that exists in the quantum field, quantum field, when there's a vibrational match, it's going to find you. I've said this before. Yeah, so I was just like, yes. Let me just see if yeah, so I'm going to find a bit of his channel now. But that's the whole thing I've been talking about for forever, is energy. And that's what I believe orbs are. It's a form of energy. He was saying something about light in one of the other videos. Actually, I might have written it down. See if I've written it down. Did I write it down? I may have wrote it down. It just did the 5 steps to change your life is disconnect from your world, which sometimes you need to disconnect from here, your phone, and this, that, and the other. Breathe and center yourself. More energy to create within. Create your future self instead of memories of the past. You can't create your future self if you're still thinking about the past, because that keeps you limited. Make your Make your brain fire in a new sequence, patterns and combinations, steps to changing your mind, because everything's about patterns. If you want to change, you've got to break your cycle of patterns that have been programmed into you. That's what we're trying to do. 4, release the new you. Rehearse in your mind who you're going to be when you open your eyes after meditating or whatever. Things, choices, steps. Review over and over again. 5, let go of your past. I've been saying this for ages. Let go of your past. You can't go into the future holding on to biology of the past. It's how you talk, how you act, this, that, and the other, all that sort of stuff. What emotions no longer belong? Condition your body. I've talked about this before. I've talked about this before. Let go of the past. It's not you anymore. I love when he says this. Your personality creates your personal reality. So you can change yourself at any time. So that was Dr. Joe Dispenza, is it? Breathing the habit of being yourself. I'll try and find that one. I just went on his channel. I've watched a load of people talking and this, that, and I just absolutely loved it. A brilliant way of explaining what I've been trying to go on about for the past how many years. It is a frequency. Everything's a frequency. So I'll come into chat in a minute. Just let me see if I can find this one. And he's even talked about the change. There is a change. And he was talking about in 2018, 17, there is a change. Of course there's a change. I can feel there's a change. People who say there's not a change, you're stuck in limitations. Things do change. We have to change. Otherwise you're stale. I've said this a million times. Yeah, Tesla knew, and Trump's uncle knew Tesla, and Trump knows about Tesla. It's quantum field. We have a quantum field we're pulling out of all the time. The reason they don't want you to know how you work properly and how your brain properly works, of how this works, your heart, it's your heart first, is because you can start manifesting your dreams. They don't want you doing that. They only wanted it for them. So let me see if I can find it. I'm just saying, if you watch some of these videos, hopefully some of you will resonate and be like, do you know what, they totally make sense. 5 steps to change life: overwhelming emotions, intense energy. I will say, someone asked about can you get downloads through your fingers? So I tapped on that because I always get like this. I've seen it with the orbs coming out. Anyway, this tingling in my fingers, I've said it before, it's like, and this guy said the same thing. I was like, no way, he's going to answer it. He's just saying it's an energy field. Thank you. You can, it's you sensing different energies. It's about us all the time. You're changing. They're going about chakras. He likes to say energy points. I don't really like to say chakras because we've changed since them sort of things. It's unblocking your energy points. So sometimes when you feel down or even new things that you're feeling, it's because your energy points are moving or breaking away or whatever you want to say, or you're coming from the bottom to the top and they're working themselves up and you're getting new energies in, or maybe releasing new energies. So I'm not scared of it. So I do get tingles in my fingers and here. So I know I'm sensing energy because that's what it is. I can normally sense in my fingers and when I see the orbs as well, which is energy. And that one came in when we was talking about it. So it totally makes sense to me. Projecting is when they always talk about feelings, but theirs aren't real. Yeah, exactly. And I've been told that, oh, you're too emotional, you're too this, you shouldn't go with your feelings. Well, then people are wrong because the feelings, you think an intention and you have to put the feeling to the intention to feel it's real and it's already here. So if you can't feel the thing that you want to bring in, it's not going to come in. If you can't feel, emotion is energy in motion. So I was just saying about that, but he's got some great chats on here with different people talking about stuff. But what was the one that I said he just spoke about then? Why do we die? He says chakras, but he says energy centers. I prefer it as energy centers. It's just me. The shift. Trying to find the one. Downloads. First center release. Emotions. So let's see what you were saying on this one.
I was curious about the concept of emotional repression. What I'm getting from this work is that we have negative emotions and we put out an emotional signature of what we want to create. And every time something comes that goes against that, we change and we go back to our original plan. But if we have somebody with trauma from their past and there's a repression there, they're trying to avoid it, how does that fit in?
They do tell you what to feel.
Could parts of it sound like repression and other parts sound like, creation? At what point do we...
Great question.
Separate the two.
So have you ever heard me say that emotions are bad? Have you? No, emotions are the end product of an experience. So then, do I react in my life? Yep, I do. But the question is, how long are you going to react? That's the truth, right?
I've been told off people I've spoke to, oh, you shouldn't have emotion, you shouldn't get emotionally attached. Like he said, no, there's a difference. You're allowed to feel emotions. You're allowed to grieve if someone passes away. But like he said, it's how long you stay there. Just like I said, when you go down the rabbit holes, deep in them rabbit holes, you can go down there, but you better come up because you'll get lost down there. You have to detach yourself. You can feel emotions. I can get upset. I'm a very feeling person. But I don't stay there too long. And that's the difference. If you stay there too long in that, it's not going to do you any good. So let's just listen to what he says. And that's a fact. And that's why I am like I am, because I can be emotional. I can get upset and angry, but I don't stay in it. People dwell in it and go on and on and on about it, and it keeps you in a loop.
Question. Because if you keep that emotional reaction going on for an extended period of time, sooner or later it'll become your identity. And then people say, why are you so bitter? Why are you so frustrated? Why are you suffering so much? And your brain, in that emotion, you're in the emotion, which means you're in the chemical residue of the past, is going to call up the event because you're emotionally connected to it. And you're going to say, I'm this way because of that past experience. So then imagine what I do with people. We have people that have been abused. We have people that have been traumatized, that have been assaulted. We have people that have had very, very difficult pasts. And have you ever heard me say to revisit the event?
Forgiveness, yeah.
Have you ever heard me say that? Never do we need to revisit the event, because once you do, you open the box. But what we want to do is overcome the...
I've said that before, for people not to act like a victim. We've probably all done it at one point.
Emotion, because that's just what's lasting from the event. So you sit a person down, and the moment you sit them down, what do you think the body's going to do? It's going to look for something to recreate that emotion, because that's the person's identity. Are you with me still?
I see it as emotions, as old emotions, is old energy. So if you're harnessing and keeping that old energy within you, but going on about all the time, bringing it up, it's old energy. It doesn't do you any good. I've said this a million times. You need to release that old energy so your energy can rise. Like when they say the rising of the serpents, what the energy, the chakra, whatever, it's the same thing to me, but just saying.
So if I make the person, if I inspire the person to sit there, and they're sitting there, and all of a sudden they're noticing that they're hot and they're irritated and their stomach is twisting. And all of a sudden it's a group of sensations, a group of feelings that they have called all along frustration. But the different sensations, the moment you name it, it becomes an emotion. But what it is just bodily sensations. It's energy that's stuck in the body. So the body is looking to go back to the past. It's believing it's in the past. Are you with me still? So if the person becomes aware that their body is doing that, and like training an animal, allow the body to feel that emotion and then settle it down into the present moment.
So if you want to check that out, that was Dr. Joe Q&A emotions. I don't know if anyone can find this and put it in the thank you, yeah, the link, because I'm rubbish, but it was Dr. Joe Dispenza, and it's all one word. I don't know if anyone can see that, if any of the mods can find it. Dr. Joe Dispenza, is it? you just want to go through some of his chats. They're not very long, but they're brilliant. Yeah, Orbs. And he does meditation and everything. Also, another lady that I found that's brilliant and has where I found him, just to throw her out there as well. Absolutely brilliant. You know, if you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, Lilu, you know, like out of the Fifth Element. Lilu Mace. Lilu Mace is brilliant. There may be some people you don't like that she interviews. I don't know. I don't always listen to the words of certain things, you know, I just go with what resonates. But she did one with Sonia, I don't know how to say her name, expect your intuition to work. You must expect it to work and think nothing else. And this was, oh no, Sonia's journey from death and divorce to true, authentic, spiritual awakening. It's such an ace listen. So I'll show you this one.
Are you interested?
Hi, lifting the lid. This was Lilu Mace, so check out Lilu Mace's channel as well. Someone might find it, might be able to put it in. Lilu Mace and Sonia, I don't know how to say that. Recent journey. We're all on a journey, like I said, and it's the traumas and things that happen in your life, the things that you think hard that push you to go on, to get you to, you know, go into this thing of doing something as well. But just let me find it. Hi, lifting the lid. Thank you, Tapper77. Let's get rid of this advertising. God's sake. So.
1 year older than me died in his sleep suddenly. Oh. And I was so shocked because I had just spoken to him. It was going to be his birthday in a few weeks, and we just had this. He was trying to get me to slow down and really give it attention. And I was surprised that I had these emotions like stuffed in my back and in my bones and in the back of my being, and as it came out in rage, it began to lift. That began to lift, and I began to.
That's why sometimes we have to rage and we get angry to release that stale energy that's in out, like she said, in your bones. It's suppressed down. Sometimes people cover stuff up. You've got to release it. To be able to control your emotions, you need to master your mind. Well, I don't, you know, to control your emotions. Yeah, there's that. But there's sometimes when we just, like I said before, you can just let things blurt out and it be in an area sometimes, but as long as you don't stay in it too long, as long as you just release it, let it go. Sometimes people do stuff and it's not how other people do it. There's certain ways that people, like I said, some people will go and do yoga. I've been releasing energy without doing that because that was back in the day. Yeah, people still do that, but we have moved on. I'm not saying people don't do that, but we do bring different things in. So it's all good. But she was talking about that. And that was brilliant. But like I said, things get deep put down in you. I know someone was talking about animals the other day, you know, because I don't eat meat anymore. People trying to make that animals are stupid and animals don't have feelings. And animals, I'm sorry, I'm not with that. Animals do have feelings. They are alive. They do think. They do communicate with each other. So I'm not into that. You know, each to their own and everything, but I'm not into that. Why is this doing this? So I'm just trying to find some more little control people and those who control their hiding. Yeah, exactly. So that was that one. Then there was one on thriving life's extremes, because you can thrive in life's extremes. And I've said before, yeah, but that's the thing, King, I don't know what your name is. It doesn't matter. People think, oh, you know, I'd like to control your emotions, but you need to. No, what was it you said? I'd like to think I can master my emotions, but the truth is I lose it too. Everybody does. He said he does. We're human with it. This is what I've said to someone in the past. They're like, oh, you've got to be like this, you know, like this 5D and this, that, and the other. Yeah, but what we're doing, I believe we're doing, is we're bringing all this knowledge that has been lost, that we're all finding out about again. Some people call it magic, some people call it whatever. We're honing it back in, but we're still going to be living here. We're learning how to manifest what we really want. So we're still going to be with certain people till certain people wake up. We're still going to be on this realm doing this stuff, but we're bringing it back in. So yeah, sometimes we are going to get triggered. We all do, but it's just everything's learning. You know, some people think sometimes, oh, you're not spiritual because you got a bit angry. Well, don't we all? It's just learning not to stay in that anger. Like I said before, if you have an argument with someone, See, the next day I'll be like, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'll forgive him in my head. Well, yeah, I was a bit fingy then. Where you'll get some people that just go on and on and on about it. They fall out with the person. They're not bothered. They stay in it and get angry and angrier and are always slagging this person off, constantly going on and on and on and on and on and on for years and years and years and years. Say it could be an ex or something. They don't let go. They don't release it. So all that energy stays in you, and you're like harnessed in the hate. Well, hate is fear, and that's how you're not manifesting, because you're coming from fear. Hello. Oh, yes. I'm not in fear. See, I've been told about the orbs. I've had people saying, be careful, you're messing with fire. Whoa, be careful. These energies are around us all the time. These are the things we haven't been taught about. If we're harnessing from the quantum field, which is energy anyway, because it's electrical, it's magnetic, it's light and frequency and vibration, which I've been waffling on about for ages, quite a few years actually. This is what it is. This is the stuff I believe is beyond the veil. I go on about flat earth and all that, but I don't know what shape it is, but it's not what they say it is. I do believe it's a battery, negative and positive charges. This is what this is about. But there's something more. When we all come through the lies and we get to this, like, where are we actually living? What shape is it? Blah, blah, blah. Why are they trying to hide it? The way the earth works, but the earth works with us. But there's something beyond the veil, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it the heavens. Well, pull that back and peer in. It's not going to look like what we've been told it looks like. It could look pretty scary, because we're like, what the fuck is that? You could be like, what the fuck? I've not seen that. Some people, that will scare some people. We're in fear of what we don't know. So what we don't understand, I should say, when people don't understand something, they fear something, we've not been told about it. And people say, well, how do you know it's not bad? Well, I'm sorry, the frequency that I'm tuned into, these light beings, orbs, energy, whatever people want to say they are, feel good to me, because I'm on a frequency of, I'm not in fear. I'm not in a negative place where, I think doom and gloom all the time about everything, or I've been watching a film where they've put out that that's bad, this is bad, because that's what they do. But there's also a lot of truth in the films they put out there, even if you class it as a bad film. It is perception, but everything is energy. Like Tesla said, everything is energy. It's light. We get codes from the light. Frequency, vibration, energy. That's what everything's made up of. So let me find the one where the guy talks about energy in his fingers, because I get it. And I was like, I know I'm always like, I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about, but I know most of you do. And if you go and check that channel out, he'll explain it even better than I do, because I'm just not very good at explaining what the hell I'm talking about. But I know within me what I'm going on about, if anyone gets what I'm saying. So he's got one on emotions, he's got one in intense energy. Let me find the one on the fingers, because as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my God, someone's actually talking about the tingle in my fingers. It's electrical current, energy. I'm starting to feel the quantum field, people. So let me see. Does anyone get what I'm saying? So the guy whose fingers... Right, so the guy asked this. Let's listen to this a minute. A guy asked on his channel, downloads through your fingers. Right, let's listen to this.
The question is, can you have downloads through your fingertips? The reason I asked this is in the last meditation, I went right into that field very deep. And I found my fingertips getting very tingly, and it's like electric charges going through my fingertips to where my hands will start raising up somewhat. It's a great feeling, and I feel very connected with it. But I just wonder quite what is going on. Is there downloads happening, or what?
Bye, Rachel.
Don't you love this? This is a conversation I want to have instead of your sister's new husband's stepson's wife's kid.
Did you hear that? This is what I'm like. The guy's asking, do you get downloads from your fingers? He's like, I love these sort of questions. Why would I what be talking about? My friends, exes, girlfriends, something or other, which is just boring. No one wants to talk about stuff like that. If I put things on Facebook, no one comments on it. Nobody wants to know, because they don't understand it. They'd rather talk about Coronation Street. It's boring. It's mundane. It's not doing nothing. So it made me laugh when he said that. Listen to it again. Thank you, Tapper77. Just put the link in. Tapper's put the link in.
Getting very tingly, and it's like electric charges going through my fingertips to where my hands will start raising up somewhat. It's a great feeling, and I feel very connected with it. But I just wonder quite what is going on. Is there downloads happening, or what?
Don't you love this? This is a conversation I want to have instead of your sister's new husband's stepson's wife's kid that had a brain injury. This is a question I want to answer because many of you will have this. Remember,
and I do.
You have receptors. Your eyes are receptors. Your ears are receptors, like a cell. Your nose is a receptor. Your tongue is a receptor. Your whole surface of your body is receptors that's picking up information. And normally the information we pick up is based on light and matter. Are you with me still?
Light and matter. What are the little orbs? They look like light. Go and see the last video I said, and the one that comes in at 2 minutes 1 second. Fluttering in, very bright light, see-through, translucent. You know, they may come in again.
Light bouncing off things and creating images for us to perceive. When energy finally makes it to the fourth center, I just was on the phone with the researchers from Heart Math Institute on the drive over here. They were so sweet. They called me to thank me for all the great work that we have done as a community. And we had this conversation about the benefits of what could happen when energy finally makes it to the heart. And every time it makes it to the heart, some of it, majority of it, continues all the way up to the brain. Because the heart is an amplifier once it's activated to activate the brain. Are you with me still?
Don't you think if the heart is an amplifier, that's what they've tried to suppress? They don't want people feeling. That's why I've said when they put things out on Facebook and films, oh, look what's happening here, someone's having a fight. They want you to feel that is, or not feel, I should say, that is just, oh yeah, it happens all the time. Oh, you're set, what's it called? You've not censored to it. Hi, Stacey B. I don't know what the right word is. Desensitized to it. So you're not bothered because you're just like, they don't want you to feel, oh, well, that's what happens. When I've said things when I was in New York, my friends were coming back with, yeah, well, it's just the way of the world, isn't it? It's just the way it is. No, it's not the way of the world. Millions of times that I have to say, we are not born to be spiritual. We are spiritual. We are loving beings, but we are programmed by society, by mainstream media to hate, to fear. It's a fact. It's a fact. So, yeah.
Now, if you were to take away all my other systems, my musculoskeletal system, my lymphatic system, my digestive system, my skin system, integumentary system, and just left my nervous system, I would look like a cotton candy man.
Because to me, feelings are energy, emotion, emotions. They don't want you using it. They want you using it on something else that isn't going to help you. Even to put it out there, sexual energy, the reason why they want you sleeping around with other people and not being connected to somebody, that's why they have the AI thing now, they want to disconnect you, is because it's a very, very high energy. But if you're not with the right person, in a loving, proper, that energy, you're not pumping out, well, he's even got that in his chat, so you can go and find that one. But it totally makes sense to me.
Dispenser. Are you with me still? And you have these big trunks of nerves that come out that
Hi, Stacey B.
At your neck and down your legs. And as energy moves up, it's passing through each one of those spinal nerves. Yes or no? And as it moves up and it enters the fifth center.
Well, I'd like to say the government and the religious institutes are being witchcraft on us. There's a lot of witchcraft going on them, because I'm into what witchy stuff and all that, all the things that people are scared of. But there's two sides. There's a dark side and a light side. It depends what your intentions are. All boils down to your intentions. There's a lot of good people out there putting really good intentions on. And the fact is, Eve even said it, the governments, if you look around the world right now, they're crumbling. There's things going on. They're not telling you properly on the news. Wait till 2020. There's things going on behind the scenes. It's changing for a fact. It's changing because people's intentions and realizing and all the stuff they've been pumping out. Yeah. And like a lot of people I watch, people going, it's not changing. Well, the people who say that are not looking properly. They're not researching. They're staying in a limited state. It is changing. It has to change. It's changing a lot. But then again, I'm on that frequency, and that's what I can see. A lot of people are still in fear.
It's going to go right down your hands, and you are going to feel energy coming out of your hands. You're going to feel this.
I do.
When we do the healing.
That's why you see me with the orbs, and sometimes I put my hand out my fingers. You can see a light on my finger, a bit like your Taurus field around you grows, and the, what do they call it around you? Aurora field? And I can go like that sometimes, and you can see the energy coming out. I mean, is that why Star Wars says the Force, may the Force be with you? It's with us all the time. You know, when I'm doing that sort of thing. That's how I see it.
Energy. And these are the things we use to give with and to do with. Are you with me still? So then once energy makes it here, so many people have said, oh, my head kind of locks back and oh, I feel this kind of intense pleasure in my chest. And then I feel this electricity coming out of my hands.
That's how it feels to me.
People with spinal cord injuries to the neck, people with disc herniations in their neck, people with whiplash and all kinds of injuries or severed nerves. It's happened where that energy reconstructs neurological tissue because the faster frequency is being facilitated through the nervous system because they're at a greater level of consciousness. Don't you know every time you tune into that energy and become conscious of that energy, your nervous system is beginning to facilitate a greater frequency because that's where your attention is. And if you connect with it and stay present with it,
where your attention, what your attention is focused on, you know, if you don't want to focus on, if you're focusing on pain all the time, it's going to be there. You don't focus on it, it's going to go away. Things you've got to bring in, you've got to focus on. As some people have said to me in the past, well, you focus on Q, you focused on Q or Trump. Trump is not a bad thing to me. I don't focus on it like I used to because I can see what's going on behind the curtain. But to me, that wasn't a bad thing. Woo, getting tingles on my head, and there it was. Did you see? I was like, oh, I get tingles in my fingers and I get tingles on the head, which to me is energy. I know energy's about. There it is. Thank you. Hello. It's just gone into my hand. You know,
surrender to it and experience it, it's going to naturally move. Are you with me still?
And he, like he just said, experiencing it. I've just said to someone today, I don't care who says what about me. You think I'm mad, you think I'm whatever. I'm experiencing things that I've felt stuff, but seeing things, experiencing things. If you're experiencing something, it doesn't matter what anyone's saying. And this is how I said, I think disclosure is going to come more. It's going to come more towards the people before any government or anyone ever says anything, even Trump or whatever. It might not come that way. They're trying to break down mainstream media, this, that, and the other. It's going to come towards the people. So people just go, turning the TV off. I'm not listening to you anymore because I'm experiencing it. People can't come on my channel and say, I'm sorry, this is this, that, and the other. I'm experiencing it. I know what I'm seeing. So I don't have to be, you know, it's my experience. Some people may want to experience the reason why they're not is because they're not. A lot of things is about faith. People get thingy about that word. Well, it's a belief. Oh, well, that's a bad word. No, it's not. It's your spirit. It's what you, if anyone gets what I'm saying. I do have a massive high belief. I have this very big feeling in my heart, and that's the biggest thing, not this thing, is I just feel it when people say it. I just know. I know there's a new way coming in. I can feel so many people wanting this. The stuff that we see in the 3D with the news and that's just stuff that's being shown to us. Trump's helping us see it. That's the stuff we don't want, but it has to resurface to get rid of it. Like pain in your body has to be the pain. Oh, I feel crap today. It's just energies. You're getting rid of stuff. It's the same thing in the 3D physical realm. It's stuff surfacing so you can see it dark to light, so we can get rid of it and think, do you know what? We're not for this shit no longer control system. We want to do this. We want to be with the people. We want to connect. We want to have a tribe. We want to have with good intentions. Who are these criminals that are controlling us? If anyone gets what I'm saying. But I don't know it because I'm seeing something. I feel it wholeheartedly in my heart that there is a change, and I see so many people talking about it. Some people don't see people talking about it because they're not resonating with certain. I'm resonating with these things that people that I'm coming across. I'm like, oh my God. Roxanne said something to me today that was like, oh my God, she just could tell me because she knew I'd be like, oh my God. And I'm just like, wow, 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 wow. It's a frequency, it's an energy. That's why people come in my chat. You're feeling an energy. I don't care what anyone says to you. You're in my chat sometimes because you're feeling a good energy. You cannot tell me there isn't a good energy in this chat, because there is. And I believe you get lifted by it's a frequency. And the reason why you're resonating, maybe not with everything I say, is a resonation of that feeling, of that energy. You're resonating with a certain energy, you're resonating with a certain frequency. You know, deep down, if something I'm saying, there's truth in it, you know, if you get what I'm saying. Awesome energy. Thank you, because that's what we've got to lift up. And you've got to, that's why I say, if you go over to Dr. Joe Dispenza's channel and just go through some of his videos, they are brilliant. It's everything I've been talking about. So, yeah.
Come on. So then, as this center becomes
Hi, Miss
active,
Q. I'll check my emails
sensory
later.
receptors, check it out, are not picking up material things with your pressure and 2-point discrimination and temperature. It's picking up an electrical current. It's picking up
all around in the ether.
That's your hand is actually emitting, and you're paying attention to it, and it's something unknown or unusual. Yes or no? And if you can stay present with it and experience it, the experience is changing your brain so you can perceive more of it the next time it happens. Are you with me still? And so when it comes time to heal, and this center is open, the center of oneness, the center of wholeness.
Just to say to Miss Q, I'll check it today or tomorrow, but I will get back to you by tomorrow about it.
And you can get beyond yourself and connect to that unified field and open your heart.
Unified field. It's a unified field. It's not separate. We're not separate from the quantum field. It's a unified field. They've tried to separate us from it. We're not separated from all this, what people call supernatural. It's what we are. All them films like the X-Men, have you not noticed certain powers there? We have all this within us. We don't use a certain percentage of our brains, or they tell us not to, or we can't, because when all that starts firing up with our heart, brain, energy, whatever you want to call it, start bringing it in.
Your attention behind your hands or beyond your hands. If you actually have already been feeling that energy, the moment you put your attention on it, it's going to amplify even more, because what you put your attention on expands. You put your attention on your pain, it gets bigger. Take your attention off it, it goes away. You put your attention on the field, it expands. You take your attention off it, it goes away. Your attention brings things to life. Would you agree? So now imagine a person who's having a change in their energy and their...
And the reason I know why this works is because I've done some of these experiments of the law of attraction with getting to New York, this computer. Loads of little things. Everyone saw the flower one, which I didn't specifically say what I wanted to its flowers. It ended up being paper flowers off thin. I know it works because I've done it. The book that I talked about the other week, I think JP's got it, E2. It's energy experiments. You only have to do it, you know, and you can see... yeah, it's all about different dimensions. The quantum field out there is massive. And like I said, Tesla knew, Trump's uncle knew Tesla, and Trump has been sat with his uncle when his uncle's told him these stories of Tesla and the notes and stuff like that. So I'm like, work that one out. Do you know what I mean? And who's in right now? Why is Q called Q? I'm just wondering. I just think it's hilarious.
Heart is opening, and once their heart opens and they feel it, and they feel the physical change because oxytocin is signaling nitric oxide.
You can't tell me it's not a fact that the people in control have tried to shut people's hearts down, feelings. They don't want you to feel, like I just said before. They want everything to be like, oh, kids fighting in the street, oh, it doesn't matter, this is what happens. Oh, this is, oh, it doesn't matter, this is what happens. They're trying to shut your senses down and your emotions. Like I said, just don't get stuck in your emotions, but that is what they're trying to do. That is what they're trying to do. Desensitize everybody. So if you desensitize, you're not going to be pulling in these energies that are all around us to help you bring in your manifestation of your intentions and the dreams that you want to pull in, you know, that you want in your life, your abundance of love or joy or wealth or whatever it is. They don't want you knowing that. They've done it, you know. Yeah, Q is the 17th letter of the alphabet. Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, you know, Q, does it stand for quantum as well? You know. So yeah.
All these.
Yeah, they want to stagnate, exactly.
Expanding the arteries.
If you're one of those people who can't think, do you know what? And you're just like, oh, no, it's this, that, and the other. Don't stay limited. If you're staying limited, you're staying in a control system. It's fast out there, you know. That's why I say I'm always looking into different things, doing different stuff. Oh, I'm not stagnant and I don't stand still in stuff. I'm not, you know.
Your heart and lungs, you're actually feeling something like your heart is full. And then when you feel your heart full, what do you do next?
Light in the void.
Pay attention to that feeling and it causes it to swell even more. And if those emotions then tend to drive thoughts equal to your emotional state, or better said, the frequency of this center can carry the thoughts of a more unlimited mind, a giver, someone who's more selfless, who's more in the present moment. Then the side effect of that is that you should be able.
So that's about to die. So I'll come into chat now because it's like I've said, everything. I look back now when I first came on YouTube, and I've always been pumping out a positive vibe. I'm trying to help people. But you do have to look into this yourself. And that's why I try and come and show you videos. If you resonate with it or you don't, that's up to you what you resonate with. But it is, everything is energy. That's why I'm saying, please get rid of the old past. Don't act like a victim. And don't feel the emotion, grieve, whatever it is, but don't stay in it for too long, because it will drag you to a dark place and it will keep you limited and it will keep you in a more sedative state, like stale state, you know. And if you watch some of his videos on, someone asked about when we die and all that, it's really good. So don't let anyone tell you, because I've had this, that you shouldn't be feeling and you shouldn't be grieving. Do it. You've got to feel it to release it. You have to. You know, when sometimes you have a big cry, like say a relationship's broke down and you like, I was crying for days, or I was crying for days, I just sobbed my heart out. And I've done that before, where I've cried and cried and cried into a pillow that it was soaked, but then I felt so good after, because it was like I released all that energy. If I hadn't have got it out of my system, like people go suppress it. No, you don't suppress it. That's stale energy in your body. No wonder you get an aching bones and this, that, the other. No, release it. Shout, scream, cry, and then move on. Then move on. Release that stale, negative energy. They want you to keep that in. They want you to keep them, because it's killing your body. It's killing your cells. It's bringing you down in a dense 3D state, because the more stale energy you've got, I'd imagine it to be quite heavy. Think of it like that your body's filling up with stale, heavy energy. You're becoming more denser. To feel more lighter, you know, lighter, enjoy lighter, you need to get rid of that. I've said before, it's like a backpack. You want to get rid of it. Oh, I'm talking about backpacks. My mum treated me to a lovely backpack, like a mustard coloured one in New York, for when I go to college, because I do start college next January, but I also do start a mini college in November doing something else, which I'll tell you about. I got on another course, but I'll tell you about when I'm on it. So I thought I am going to do this one as well. So yeah, I've got to work towards my dreams. You have to put an effort into it. You have to put action to it, but you also have to put your intention with it and your feeling with it as well. But you also have to, you know, put the action with it as well, obviously. Tomorrow I will start a new life. Yeah, start a new life right now. Right now. Move it on, rawhide. Yeah, move it on, rawhide. Good for you. Yeah, so that's how I see it. Yes, Dolly, you are lying in the way, but we have to walk the path. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people go, oh, you're doing it. Like, or people will say to me, oh, I'm showing you this. It's like, yeah, but I need to do it. I come to say, you know, it's about energy, this, that, and there are always some good videos. If you resonate, you resonate. But please look into it. Please try and you've got to do the work within yourself. No one can do it for you. I've said it's like a test at school. You could pay someone to do that test, but when it boils down to it, you're not going to know properly if it's the truth because you haven't done it yourself. Someone's done it for you. You need to go through your ups and downs to experience these experiences that try to teach you, help you. Don't feel like it at the time to go through this on your journey. You can't. Why would you want someone to do the journey for you? You have to go through all these experiences. Some experiences at the time feel like crap, but actually when you look back, you're like, oh yeah, it makes sense now. But we inspire and show people it's not a scary thing, it's not a bad thing. You can go through what people at class as bad experiences or things, but they're not really. It's just to push you. Are you going to stay there or are you going to move on? But we're all on our own journey. We're going to the same place, center, heart, whatever you want to call it. People call it different things, whatever. It's the same thing. But you do have to do it yourself. And it's not always what someone else is doing. Like someone will go, oh, I'm doing yoga. Oh, I'm doing meditating, blah, blah, blah. We all have different ways of doing it. You know, it's each their own. But as long as you're trying to do the sort of work yourself in whichever way you can bring that in, because there's old things that they did in the past, the masters, which he says on his channel as well, did certain things like you may have years and years back, you may have gone on a mountain in a Buddhist temple and had to sit there meditating for hours and hours and hours a day, every day for, I don't know, 10 years or something. That's not going to happen now because we've sort of moved on from that. We have new devices and things that we can bring in, different teachings that, you know, bring it in a bit faster. And it is faster. Like I said, there's a quickening. And he also talks about the quickening. There is a quickening. Things are coming in faster and faster. People are coming into different communities faster and faster now. I mean, have you not noticed? I think the weeks are just flying, the years are flying. I'm like, my God, this is like, what is time? Where is time? Are we actually, you know, don't think it exists in the quantum. It's like, what's going on? Has anyone noticed that? 'Cause I'm just like, where's the day? I've been to New York and I've come back. It's like, God, we're nearly at Christmas again. Like, where's this year gone? Is it not me? Everything's speeding up because I think it is compared to a few years back when I was a bit more asleep. It's like everything's dragging. Now it's like, there's a quickening. There's a quickening with the truth communities. There's a quickening with people waking up to the Great Awakening. There's a quickening with manifestation when you get into it and you know how it works. That's all I'm saying. Way 50, woo, the big 5-0. I've been noticing that. It's like Zoom. Exactly. Has anyone else been noticing it? Because I definitely have. Oi, 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 oi. Where we go one, we go all. Yeah, time is speeding up 5 days around the corner. Fast forward, exactly. I think we're there. It's just, you know, more orbs a lot. Do you know, I'm not even looking. The orbs. See the light. Let's see if a few more come in. If I do a bit of faffing with the lights. However, society requires degrees of employment in the system. Yeah, but I believe all that's going to break down and we'll have different ways of doing stuff. That's how I feel anyway, you know. I don't know why I do this with my torch because it's not even... When I turn 42, I had 2nd, 21st. Yeah. See it in your face. See what my face... That's another thing about people's faces, I should say, is you can tell when someone's holding the light because a lot of people who are energy's dull and they're not vibing in a good frequency, and are sort of stuck in them old timelines. They don't have a lot of light in their eyes, I think. They have a lot of, hi, Green Stephen, they have a lot of darkness in their eyes, if anyone gets what I'm saying. They don't glowing, thank you. They don't beam, and they don't beam a lot of light out their eyes. I know that sounds a bit daft, but they just don't. And I think when people start to shift that stale energy, they start to lighten up a bit. So your body lights up a bit, and and he's going on about the pineal gland and the crystals in your pineal gland. Well, we're all talking about crystallization, crystalline skin, and he talks about light codes and stuff. And I'm like, well, isn't that what some of us have been talking about? Yeah, pregnant women go, well, not one of them, but yeah. Yeah, so I just think it's amazing. I think as much as people will go on about the horrible stuff, this place where we reside is amazing. And the more we're tuning into certain frequencies and bringing this stuff in, it's just becoming more like, I believe what our real reality is, what we came here to do, how we came to play this, I don't like to say game, some people do, but what we were actually meant to do, what we did in the past, not what the history they say, what we actually did. We are creators, and we came here to create, because we come from the creator, so if it had children, we'd be creating, wouldn't we? Bare feet and practice resonance. Yeah, I would say bare feet, grounding as well, get out in nature, sit with yourself. I said to my mum, you need to go to a retreat. And she said, for what? Because she's always thinking, I went, just be. And she's like, be what? And I went, just be silent, just sit with yourself and just be nothing, nowhere, like he says on his channel, nowhere, be nothing, and watch what happens. We need to tune back into the Great Awakening. Exactly. Yeah. And there's the Q and the Great Awakening. It's not called the Great Awakening for nothing. It's not just about that stuff that's going on in 3D. The Great Awakening. I mean, the Great Awakening, more things that people are not, some people just think it's stuff going on in 3D, and it's not. Happy Vegan Day. Vegan standing for compassion and quality for all living beings. All life is precious and should be respected. Do you see? Do I see what? I don't eat meat anyway, so there you go. So cool. But you must remember, if you're a vegan, someone said on a channel, I think it was Ravi who does the Tommy Robinson thing, he went up to a vegan and said, all you've got to think about is, don't come in going on too much about veganism, because I'm not talking about, but what I will say to you if you are a vegan is, this guy said, even to the meat eaters, what you vegans have got to come to terms with is, there's people that are going to still carry on meat, and you're not going to change the mind. The only thing I would say to the meat eaters is, and this is what he said to this vegan guy, was, let's just have respect for each other and come to the conclusion that if a lot of meat eaters didn't consume as much meat as they put out today, because they want you consuming loads, there wouldn't be animals in the conditions they're in today. Some people are going to still eat meat. Some people, you're not going to change their minds. And he said he was a meat eater, but I said, I will say we shouldn't consume it like we do. And I thought, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I eat less. Exactly. And some people are choosing to eat less, but that's what happened with me. I ate less, and then I just didn't eat it. So that's how I fell off it. Oh, hang on. Oh, right, yeah, probably. Can't move. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit high. So if you know what I'm saying. I see people coming in my chat that know nothing about me. So there you go. Well, we're not arguing about if everyone was born a vegan. I actually think everyone was born a fruit eater. You know what I mean? But we're in different times, and I don't think it's going to change straight away. But yes, I don't eat meat now, so that's a good thing. So, there's the orbs. See? Because I will say eating meat is an energy thing, so I'm into the energy thing. So yes, I agree on that. But you know, don't go too much in chat because this isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the energies. And I'm wondering if I go out the room and I come in, they'll start coming in because we've seen a few of them. Dolly, check out my cat tower. Oh, I will check your cat tower. Your cat, I can't even speak, cat tower. Sorry, I've got my scruffy tracky bottoms on today just because I'm tired and I can't be bothered. Not looking very presentable, but there you go. Here in Canada, it's all Canadian bake. Ooh, well, you know. Yeah. I'm trying to get my orbs to come in at. Oh, there we go. Did you see it? Just over my head. So they all want the orbs to come in because they love the orbs. I'm trying to bring the energy as I'm talking about it, but they have been in. When I move forward or backwards, it goes lighter, lighter. Why is it going lighter? Darker. Let's see if the lovely little orbs want to come in. Do you remember when I said JFK last time? It was like, Fing. I don't normally wear trackies, but I was just like, because my legs are still aching from New York, I was like, oh my God, I might as well just near enough sit in my pajamas. So we'll just see. I'm going to do a card as well. I shall pull a card from the one that I'm supposed to be saving for Christmas, which doesn't look like I'm going to be saving for Christmas, from the Crystal Spirits. That was blue. Did you see it? It's like, oh, it's staying around. Oh, it's here. It's here. Very lightly. Could you see them? Yeah. So I know there's something going on in our reality. They're definitely, because you can see it on camera. That was a gorgeous little blue one. And it was just like, la la la, I'm just having a look. But I did say all in chat want to see you. So show yourselves if you like to. Yeah, there was 2 orbs in then. Saying JFK. JFK looks like JFK every time I mention JFK. They're like, hey, and a blue one. So what can I say? Got evidence on camera, folks. It's for all the naysayers. It's for all the naysayers who'd be like, it's dust. Yeah, okay. Go and look at my last video. So little baby ones. You got some big ones. The one that came in like a fairy today was beautiful. Was it today or was it yesterday? I was like, wow. They are happy to see it. Yeah, I think they're glad that I'm home. Yeah. Hello. You little ones in. Are you talking about JFK Jr.? Can you? Oh, so you won't. When that comes out to the sleeping people, I'll be like, I literally will have party poppers in this house. I'll be screaming, running around that table, literally, and I will be filming it so you can all see my reaction. Watch my reaction when Obama goes down, because let me just find my phone. And Hillary. Yeah. Watch my reaction when that happens and the world finds out about it. I'll be like, yeah, watch this live reaction. I think the orbs will be going bonkers and all. I got sent this today. I'm just going to read it out. What's that? Oh my God. Right. The President of the United States has just publicly accused former President Barack Obama of a capital crime. Now, 3 years into Trump's administration, I can't believe I've been on this for 3 years, a restored Justice Department. Are we listening? A restored Justice Department. Yeah, go Kavanaugh and all them lot. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't. Now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble. department is getting ready to release results of an investigation proving this fact. Be ready. Oh, I'm ready. I've been ready for 3 years. I've been ready. A lot of us are ready for this. Watch my reaction when this goes down, because it'll be him, then it'll be Hillary. Yes. I haven't really heard of Obama anywhere. Has anyone else? Because I haven't. And then someone's put a picture up of someone knocking at Barack Obama's door, and he's like, oh my God, like, we're here. You going down. You going down. Oh, anyway, I'm just saying, watch this space, you know? Not focus on it too much, know what's going on. Yeah, but we know all about that. Is it Eamon? We know all about that. The difference is with Trump, it's different. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. No wars, is there? Just saying, watch out for Obama and watch out for Hillary. There are things changing in the world because we're sick of it. We the people. Just saying. Everyone's been enslaved. Do you know what I mean? We've all been enslaved, and we're all breaking away from the system, and the system's beginning to fall down. The old guard's falling. Whether people can't see it or not, it is. Yeah, he has disappeared. Gitmo's getting bigger. If people don't believe something's coming in, just go and check Gitmo a few years ago. And Trump's put a load of money in it, and it's got bigger. I wonder why it's got bigger. I wonder why they'd be. I wonder why Trump has, activated the Marines. Military arrests, high-profile military arrests. Can't think why. Oh, I just can't think why. Can't think why. And did anyone hear about the Democrats locking themselves in a room sort of thing, and they didn't want the Republicans there talking about impeachment? You don't do that, you do it together. Well, the Republicans just barged in there and got in there, and they're trying to say, let's arrest the Republicans for barging in. No, you're supposed to be in the same room while you're discussing it. Hilarious. Obama helped blackface steal the... Yeah, exactly. No Gitmo dolly, they're all getting executed. Yeah, but there is Gitmo as well, for some. So spiritual quartz 54, because that's why it's been extended. There's a lot of people involved with these people that have done bad, that were working for him, that are going. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, some have been executed. Yeah, I know where you're coming from. The whole thing in Syria was about killing people and big drug yeah, exactly. And people who sit on the other side of mainstream media lapping it all up, just haven't got a clue what's going on. So yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you agree, because that's what this channel's about. The QAnon thing. Some people aren't into it, but it's happening, folks. It's happening. There's a change coming, and the old guard is falling down. The Illuminati, the Lumifarty, the Lumadonkey, whatever you want to call it. Even in the UK with Brexit, let's watch this space. It's all the same. All the same worldwide. That's why everyone's kicking off at the minute. That's all I can say. I'm just saying, watch this space. I don't think anyone should be putting Guy Fawkes on a bonfire sacrifice because he had the right idea, didn't he? So kids, make one, go and stick it outside 10 Downing Street or something. At the end of the day, he had the right idea, didn't he? So why are we chucking him on top of the bonfire? We shouldn't be doing that. He should be sat on your doorstep like, hey, you know what I mean? That's what I'd say. What the hell? Shift would be, yeah, there's loads of people going, as Q said, eradicated off this earth. Think of energy as well. No. What sort of changes? Loads of changes. Changes in the system eventually. People get in fear of it, Thank you. What's going on behind the scenes that mainstream media don't tell you about? We will leave the EU without a deal, not their deal. We don't need to be in the EU. We never were. There's an agenda behind that, and it's called the Khazarian Mafia. So no, we don't want that. No, thank you. Right, this one is essential meaning of the card 54, which is the spiritual quartz. Spiritual quartz. Exactly, Dolly. I don't celebrate the 5th of November. I've never liked it, so isn't that funny? I've never liked it as a kid. So no, don't build a Guy Fawkes, and if you do, don't stick him on top of the bonfire. What's all that about? Yeah, Brexit shit. It is. I don't look at it because I'm not putting my focus on it, because I know, I just don't talk about it. It's rubbish. So this means connecting to community, universal love. No shit, Sherlock, because that's what it's about. Harmony and cooperation. It is about going back to harmony. It's about going back to balance. It's about cooperation between us all, the people, not the fake ass controllers, criminals, real criminals. Connecting to community. They've tried to break communities down. We're bringing it up. We're coming in with new ways, new. I don't even want to say systems. That's an old word. New ways for a new world, not the new world order that they were bringing in, that she was bringing in, because we're not having that. No, on a different timeline for that. Timelines are breaking down. If you know what the Mandela effect is, timelines break it down. So it says, we heal in partnership. Guy Fawkes, that's kid stuff. Yeah, but it's not, is it? He had the right, did he not have the right idea about Parliament? Hello? You obviously don't know about films and stuff then, do you? The healing partnership, did you see it come in then? Healing partnership, the strong lifting up the weak. Yeah, got to do this for some people. Taking turns supporting each other. When this crystal spirit appears, the message is to reach out and connect to your community and discover the true power of your gifts. Well, isn't that not what I was just talking about? Through sharing them with others. Am I not sharing? Your willingness to put the highest good ahead of the wants of your small self is called for now, because it's not me, self. It's to put your willingness to the highest good intentions, all that good stuff. These people are all me, money, greed. They're not bothered as long as they're getting what they want, not for we the people. Reciprocate, I don't even know what that says, does not mean keeping a ledger, but instead feeling the power of offering kind words and acknowledgements. You have the power to change the lives of others, awaken them to the abundance and love available from the conscious universe. Is that not what I've just been talking about? Who works through us all? It works through us all. If you want to say God, consciousness, the quantum field, whatever, source. I say source. Hi, Gary John. I say source. Is working through all of us. Working through all of us today, even the smallest outreach will make a big difference. The crystal's message is to remember you're co-creative. We are all co-creators. We create our reality. If you tuned into it, fact. Co-creative powers and open up to receiving the gifts you hope for. Was that not what I was just talking about? Manifestation. That's how manifestation works, with what I was talking about before with Dr. Joe, with the electrical thought and the magnetic feeling. You manifest when you tune into that, and it finds you. You don't know how it's going to come in, because it just finds you. It's like a magnet. The crystal's message is to remember to remember your co-creative powers and open up to receiving the gifts you hope for. It may also be reminding you that it is a great gift to allow someone the power of giving to you without expectation. For in doing so, they experience their strength, abundance, and generosity. Listen to your Listen to your intuition today as you give and receive, connecting to community and shared desire for healing and replenishment. Hi, spirit, light body. I got to New York and I met the Trumpster, though it wasn't really him, but it was in my head. But I got there. Just to say, I got there. I got this from Trump Towers, GI Dolly. Yeah, I got it. I had to buy it. I don't wear baseball hats, but I had to buy it. So, yeah, as I was saying about the quantum field and everything. So this has got a few messages in it, so I'll read them all out. So, relationship message. Love takes many different forms, and Spirit Quartz appears to remind you that the romantic love is just one possible way to experience the love that the conscious universe has for you in connecting to community. Remember the abundance of love and its power to heal, and you change your vibration. You also signal to the universe that from your head to your toes, from your body to your soul, you are ready for a healthy romantic partnership. Be open to the different ways love appears, and you will find that you are not so attached to the old expectations of the clothes it should be wearing or the voice it uses when it comes to your door. I was about to say something then, but I don't know. Prosperity message. Love is all around. Can you feel it? Oh my God, it's that song. Can you feel it? It is all around. It's abundance. Love is just one form of abundance, and it provides a firm foundation when you are feeling weak and unsure. So today, follow this spirit's call and connect to community. Offer others the gift of being able to support you in whatever way they can, so they too may know their power to bring about healing in the world of experience. As I was just talking about, it's experience. We are healing and we want to heal people. Experience the joy of healing, getting tingles on the head. Watch out for orbs. Healing you achieve the security and prosperity you seek. Abundance is always in a state of flow. If you are stale or bunged up with old energies, you ain't going to flow with no new energy. You've got to get rid of the old. Don't live in the past. And today, through your community, you will see the truth on display. I'm trying to do courses at college to go into community centres to help people bring their true self forward. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm just going with the universal, like I'm just going with the flow and just letting it bring it into me. I don't know. I'm just going with it. Spirit quartz consists of main crystal of amethyst. Funny enough, that's my birthstone. I think I've just seen one flying past. Citrine or white quartz covered by many tiny crystals, creating a community or family that operates as one, as we are all from one. This is an excellent stone to use in meditation when we wish to learn how to be of service. We're trying to be of service to other people. Yeah. Put other people first, or just work well with others. You put yourself first of all, don't forget, you've got to be well to work with others, but that's brilliant. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to do one more out of my deck over there. Yeah, I love crystals too. This was a new one, you know what I'm like. I was like, oh, I'll put it away for Christmas. I'm like, oh, I just need to have a nosy. The crystal spirits, you know? Everything's energy. Get rid of the old energy and bring in the new. And that's why there's new energies coming in. And that's why I say old systems of energy and control and all that sort of stuff are crumbling. We can't work in that energy more. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's too old cycles going. But yeah. So I'll just do this and then I'm going to go. I think. Bye, JP. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, I hate when that happens because, right, the one that's facing up is 29, which is 11, which is, oh, I missed somebody. Shallow grave. Shallow grave. Hey. Shallow grave. Don't know where this. 29. Yeah, 11, exactly. The awakening, 11. 29. Oh, I don't know how to say this. Sentimentally. No, you go and have a hot dog. Oh, couldn't think of anything worse to eat. Lovely. Catch you later. Sentimentally, holding on to the past. This is what we've just been talking about. Idolizing the past, refusing not refusing, not allowing yourself to get over a breakup with a friend, a move to a new town, a faded romance, parents who have divorced, or something you are convinced that you must have back in order to be happy again. That's rubbish. That's a really old way of thinking. This is what we've just been talking about at the beginning. It's releasing again. Mourning. We were talking about mourning. Mourning for what was, what you feel should have been. Very deep sadness, and yet this experience has been of great value. Everything experience of great value. It is time to move on and to place all that to rest. Working with the element of earth is the most beneficial when this card and fairy come to visit you. I was like a fairy in my room the other day, if you saw it. You may wish to plant a memory tree. Funnily enough, I brought some acorns back from New York. They're massive. I should plant one in my garden. A tree, something earthly and growing that changes to the something of your lost love. As it grows and changes, you will heal, and memories will be sweet and sad without bitterness and pain. The earth takes forms and changes them and gives back to us what we let go of in new forms. It is time for you to stop hanging on so sadly to what has long passed. Mourn and then come back to us ready to live again. Well, boom. Is that what not? I mean, they always say what I'm talking about. Is that not what I was just saying right at the beginning of this chat? And what I've been saying for quite a while, because I'm just trying to get that messaging of please let go of things in the past. We forget and we go back into that old way of thinking, you know, and that old energy. Please get yourself out of it. So, high on a hill with a lonely troll. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doo-doo-doo. Oh, hello. Oh, he's went over there and came back in. Yes, well, the trolls love to come in. The funny thing about trolls is, like Elizabeth, I can't remember what her name is, who's on YouTube. She's great. It's funny because the reason why they come over to try and troll, but really deep down, they sort of resonate with something. They don't know why. Something may resonate at them next year or something. But the thing is that they don't understand is they're getting the energy of us in here smudged on them a little bit. So, you know, whatever. Because there's too much high frequency going on in here. What is going on in my hair today? But yeah, so yeah, I sang along. High on a hill was a lonely troll. Yodelay, yodelay, yo, ho, ho, ah, ha, ha. Just laugh. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't even know what I'm waffling on about because I'm still tired from New York. And yeah, I'll probably be resting tomorrow, so you'll probably see me in the week. Any Halloween plans? Not really. If I buy sweets, no one knocks at the door. And if I don't, everybody knocks at the door. But for the past couple of years, I've not really had a lot of people on my street. So I'm trying to break old cycles of stuff that they brought in and trying to do my own sort of tradition. Like maybe giving thanks to ancestors and family that have passed, but in my own way, not the way, if anyone gets what I'm saying. It sounds a bit morbid because I don't really like what Halloween is now, because all you hear with kids, it's about they just want to do it for the sweets. They just want to do it for this. I think kids should be brought back into remembering their ancestors and people who have passed, you know, like, is it Mexico? I don't know, you know, where they do they celebrate is it the night of the dead, the day, whatever, the people that have passed over, you know, into a different form of energy. To me, it's more about that. It's not about, yes, you can get sweets for the kids, yes, you can do all that, but some people, yeah, the Day of the Dead, some people just, you know, and they fear all the spiritual stuff and it should be brought in. But some people and kids today are just, all they go knocking on doors for is to get sweets. It's not about that. Yeah, you can have sweets and stuff, but it's not about that. People are forgetting what certain things did mean in the past. So they bring all these new, and all it is about going around scaring people and getting sweets. And as morbid as that might sound, like, oh my God, she's being a bit boring. It's like, yeah, but I don't like that, because that's what they want in anyway. It'd be nice to have like a meal on Halloween and giving thanks to your ancestors and people that may have passed, and remembering but having nice memories of it as well, and pumping out a positive energy out there, not this whole scary thing and we all want sweets and that's all we're bothered about. But maybe that's just me. Hell, you know, Yeah, plant acorns. Well, acorns is my shield. Is on my shield, Celtic shield. Just saying. It's an acorn. It's an oak tree. Just saying. So All Souls Day. Thank you. Yeah, that sort of side of it, and they all celebrate that, and I think that's beautiful. So, you know, sometimes we forget, and I think things after. I don't mean things. We can set a new way that's sort of a bit like the old way, but not judged up a little bit. But people are forgetting. Some people are forgetting now what things mean. It's like Christmas. I mean, I hear mothers in the playground at school talking about, oh, I feel guilty. You've got to get your kids this and all these toys, and this one toy cost £100, and I'm spending hundreds and hundreds on them. It's like, get a grip of yourself. That isn't what it's about, though, is it? Yes, it's nice to treat our children, but I don't feel guilty if I can't get a certain something, and I don't think kids should have everything. Hello, you know, if they've got to have, and every year becomes a competition. I've seen it. I see it on Facebook. Everyone puts like what we got for Christmas, so everyone can just rub it in everyone else's faces. Maybe that's just me, but I'm just like, yeah. Are you actually enjoying the season and celebrating certain stuff? Are you more bothered about what you're getting your kids and slapping it on Facebook to outdo people, keeping up with Joneses? Because I'm not about all that. Kids don't play with half of the toys they get, and they're not really bothered. They're normally bothered with the cardboard box and a piece of chocolate. Do you know what I mean? So, no for me, more pagan. Exactly. Some people get freaked out by the pagan thing, but I don't. Yeah, no. Maybe I should really be doing some old-fashioned, different Christmas cards with Noel on and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like people are forgetting what the actual community thing behind it is and what the actual heartfelt thing of certain holidays, which they've twisted, by the way, you know. Yeah, parents fighting in Walmart for kids' toys. It's like, get a grip of yourself. Toys aren't even what they used to be years ago. They went shopping last year to get Finn some Transformers. Crap, shit pieces of plastic that fall apart. They're not. When I had a Transformer, it was metal. It'll last you for ages. Today, thin, flimsy shit plastic. And we're all buying it. Do you know what I mean? So he loves Lego at the minute and managed to get some off eBay, some of the Star Wars figures and Avengers figures, and he's got a lot of that, and I'll just be adding a bit to his, because he loves building and it keeps him quiet for ages, and that's what I used to play with. But I'm not into the whole like spend. I just think it's ridiculous, and it's keeping up with the Joneses, and that is not what I'm about at all. Great if you do it, brilliant. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying people are forgetting. Yeah, it's a family thing. We get a bit annoyed at Christmas because it's hard. And Mum's like, I don't know if I'm doing Christmas night, because people do argue. That's just Christmas. But, you know, it's just one of them. But each to your own. But I just look at things a little bit different. I'm like, maybe we could bring a new thing back in, which is sort of a bit old, but, you know. Lego was just one of the favourite things that me and my sister played with for hours and hours and hours and hours on end, building stuff. And I'd always build something like, I know it sounds mad, like a shop, a wool shop or the shop. And then my sister would be like, oh, and then she'd try and build it. And then I'd build something better. She was always trying to like chase me with what we were building. But Lego was amazing. The only thing I hate about Lego is he has it all over the floor. He's going to have to start sitting at the table with it. And I go and stand on it when I come downstairs and I'm like, ah! Everyone stood on Lego. It hurts. The more kids get, the more they do. The more kids get, the more they want. The more they expect it as well. And they've got, obviously, this is how they want society. It's a throwaway society. It's consume. It's ridiculous. I'm just saying it is ridiculous. Parents are made to feel guilty. I don't feel guilty. Orbs coming in. I don't feel guilty. It's ridiculous. You know, it's ridiculous. Stepping on it was no good. No, it's not. It's not saying you can't treat your kids, but I'm not one of them who's constantly buying the kids stuff all the time because they don't need it. I've realised I don't need half the stuff I used to buy years ago because, well, you just shove it in the back of your wardrobe going, I'll wear that when I go here on, and you don't. They just want you consuming, buying stuff. That's why fashion is fast fashion today. It's not like it used to be like a couple of seasons. It's like out every 2 weeks or something because they want you consuming. You don't need half the stuff. Then they put sales on. People camping out. You know, I was camping out at 3 o'clock in the morning outside this shop, and you're like, you are? Or like Black Friday, it's like you're all fighting over materialistic things that you don't really need, but because it's a bit cheaper, you go and buy it because you think, oh, I'm going to buy these super neo leggings with spots on something that you'd never wear, but because they were well cheap, you buy them and then you get them home and you're like, I've just spent a load of money on a load of crap. Like, well, that's what they want you to do. So just saying, it's quite funny when you think about it. You have got to laugh at it. Orb alert. So I'm going to go. So yes, I'm back. I hope you've all had, you've all been, even if you've been busy, but you're all holding the energy and stuff. And please go and check Dr. Joe out and just check through the chat, because Tapper did put the link in there. Just go through some of his videos. They're brilliant. I just sit on the bed, listen while I'm having a brew, my Trump mug, just see with my new cup. Oh, I sitting there with my new cup, thinking, yes, this is making total sense. It's what I've been talking about. Thanks, Tapper77. So yeah, I'm just saying, bringing back the energy in, because this is what it's all about. It's about new ways that we can bring in new ideas, new inventions, things that can help others, communities, bringing all it back to center, bringing it all back to love. Let's co-create. You are a creator. Create your reality. Get into manifesting. Look into it. If you've never looked into it, law of attraction, listen to him, because there's law of attraction people out there. The thing that they're not telling you is to feel it with the thinking. Like I said, the electrical and the magnetism, and bringing it in. Try it. I've talked about E2 before. Don't try and think where it's coming from. Just put your intention out there and know it's going to come. I've always done that. No, it's going to come. My trip to New York came out of it. It manifested. Sometimes it takes a bit longer. Sometimes it doesn't. It depends what it is, but it never comes in the way you think. Don't think, oh, is it going to come? I'm feeling you, and you've got to feel it. If you want a new bit, whatever it is, you've got to just go and listen to his ace. I mean, I know because I've done these experiments and they do come in, but I forget. I don't do them all the time, but I've got to put my focus on it now. My intentions. When you start experiencing it, you'll know it works, and you'll start doing it more. So, yeah, rest. I know I'm still tired, but I'm going to listen to a bit more and chill out, because I am making. I've got it with me. I've got Miss Q. Miss Q's package is all there, ready to go. So if I don't look at your email tonight, I'll be emailing you tomorrow, because I can get to the post office this week. I've drawn a little tag for you. I'll be writing on the other side. Sometimes I draw the tags out, but it's all there. And then can't wait till you do your, I can't wait to do the quantum healing thing with Shane, but that'll be, I think he said in a week or so, but I'll let you know as soon as that happens, because I'm sure he'll share it, because I'm for sharing it so everyone can listen. I'm not bothered. Purses I'll be doing, like I said, this one's mine, but it's going to take a while because they're individually beads. All them beads are individually sewn on by hand, all over this purse when it's done, but it'll have my designs on it. So I'm testing this out. I'm going to be coming with some wooden pictures, wood burning pictures soon as well. So there's lots of other things I'll be doing, more bags and stuff, trying to get my bum into gear, she says. Yeah, so that's good. Good night, sweet dreams. Yes, thank you, Teacher Smith. I'll have to start doing some more cards. I've still got loads left, but yeah, I should be really doing some Christmas ones, Christmas tags and stuff. Yes, and Miss Teacher's got one of my bags, and she had a couple of my cards as well. And yeah, and that thing of energy through fingers, like Dr. Joe says just before I go, you give with your hands, you make with your hands. Like I've said, holds good vibes and energy. I love making things. My energy goes onto these things that I create. I do create them. They're out of my own heart space, and I'm like, yeah, create them. My energy's on it. So I hope when the people receive my stuff, you love it too. Jewelry coming as well. Oh, by the way, when I was in Central Park, I got this off a monk. He said he was a monk. I'm believing he was a monk. I've been after one for ages, the little Buddha beads, because that one, when you're meditating, you'll know where you started from, because it's got a bigger bead in the middle. Now he came round and held my hand, and he's trying to get some money for a temple. Oh, this is so not staying in. I don't know why it's not staying in. And my mum was like, well, I hope he was a real monk and all this, and you had to write your name down, and you had to write peace, and I wrote love as well, and give him a donation. So me and my sister paid $10, and she's like, I hope he's making a temple. I said, well, we've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I know there is scammers out there, but we can't always think that. I said, one day I may go trekking in Peru. I'm just putting it out there. And it could be a temple and it'll have our names on it. Who knows? But whatever. I ended up getting one of these that I was after, but I didn't expect to get it that way. You know what I'm saying? But I got one anyway. So it goes with me, you know, me many jingly janglies. And that's why I say when you've got a jingly jangly bracelet, which I will be making more of, it reminds you to put your intention out there through the day because you've got to keep pumping them out. So I'm going to go, but we'll just see if any come in to say bye before we do go. So if any orbs want to come in and say bye, you can do. We shall see. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why this is staying in. It stayed in all in New York, and now it's like, hey, I want to get out. I didn't miss you much, Dolly. Who am I kidding? So happy to see you here. Oh, thank you, Effie. It's so nice. Let's have a mess with the light in a little bit. You could come on this side. Or this side. I'll bring a candle in. Let me get a candle. Oh, that one's hot. We could say JFK. Only because that's worked sometimes. I just like them coming in when they come in. Yeah, I've missed you all too, so any energies want to come in and say bye? So they've been through the whole video, so I think this needs to be a bit lighter. She is shiny. Yeah, the only one thing I would like to say, and maybe they'll come in, is what's this lighting all about? Spirit light body. I saw one of your videos where you were like beaming, and I've noticed when I had the orbs in my room on quite a few videos, I can see, I know this sounds mad, the light coming off my hands. It's like your aura, you know, bing, with a certain light. I mean, I can see it when I'm looking at my hands without a camera, and then I've had like orbs coming out my fingers and I've attracted to it, whatever it is, and you can see like, it's like a torch on my finger, like you can see the light moving about. Does anyone get what I'm saying? You're right, you're not tripping. I didn't think I was tripping. I was like, sometimes I can see the force, the light, frequency, whatever it is, coming out. Shine your little light, like I've always said. So, you know, we are all little stars, aren't we? So, I mean, that's why Elizabeth April, is it? When she's moved around on camera and she's lighting up and the light's changing and she's dead bright sometimes, it's like you can see it under a certain light. This is what I said about eyes as well. People have, it's green and purple. Yeah, I think I've seen it purpley, I think. Which would make me laugh because red and blue, feminine and male energies, red and blue, merged together in the purple, Merkaba and all that. Yeah. Yay, so, you know, green and purple. So, do they want to come in before we go? Do we have to move them out or something? Work some energy up? Because I just like them coming in when they come in. But like I said, if you haven't checked my last one out where I was in the bedroom and it came up the light switch and came in like a little fairy fluttering its wings, that was beautiful. Oh. I was just talking about my aura. Right. I embody both. Yeah. We embody both. But if you look around your hand anyway, I can normally see my aura. If anyone's ever read the book, Chris, what's it? Thingy Prophecies, Crystalline Prophecy. I can't remember what it's called. I have to wear my sunglasses. You're so shiny. Did you watch the video? No, but I'm going to watch that. I haven't forgot about it. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? All these things we're not taught about. Would you rather be in school if you're going to be at school, could we rather be taught at school all these things beyond the bell and the actual dumbing down stuff that they give us? I definitely would. Like the guy said, Dr. Joe, like he said about the whole guy with the energy coming through his fingers, tingles. So I'm like, oh my God, that's what I get. Someone's actually asked a question. He's like, I'd rather speak about this than somebody's partner's something or other, which, you know, the mundane people want to talk about because they think it's more fun, and it's not, it's boring. So the Shining code. Yes, look at the Shining code. I've got to check that out as well. But I will find that. I'm going to go and chill now and finish a bit of Dr. Joe off while I'm trying to get these individual beads on my purses. So I shall check you later. It's bye from me, myself and I, and the orbs if they want to come in. Give you a minute. Are we going to? I'll switch the light on and off. I don't know if the lighting's too high. Is the lighting too high? Because I'm looking now, I'm like, I have started to see them off camera though. They're very, very tiny. Very tiny. If anyone is having that experience, they're very, very tiny. I normally get like, hello, a tingle on the head, and one was blipping in there. Did you see it? Come and show yourself. Did you see that? Ah, you can see through. I'll tell you what else someone was talking about. It could have been Dr. Joe. I'm not sure. Talking about plasma. Hang on 1 minute, because I think I wrote this down. See, I forget what I wrote down. But plasma, because this is what they are, plasma. They were talking about light. Just let me see if it's in this book. My book of gratitude and stuff and things. Somebody was talking about plasma. Let me just see. But that was definitely trying to blip in there. Was it plasma? Somebody, see, I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't know what book I wrote it in. Somebody was talking about plasma and light, and oh my God, I don't actually know where I wrote it down. I wrote it down in something. I will find it and I'll let you know. It was a noble plasma. You know, and I can't actually remember, but I will find it because that was really, really, really good. Cool. Yeah, cultist. Hello, did you see that flashing? That isn't dust. Did you see that? Occultists know this. They do. It's just what's hidden. Like people call occultists bad. Not all are bad. You know, I like some of the occult stuff, what people call occult stuff, because people think it's scary. It's just that it's the hidden stuff that, you know, they hide from us. Now, did you just see that? Blip, 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 blip. Yay! Evidence on camera. When you see the orbs with your eyes small to start with, then they will gradually. Yeah, they're very tiny at the minute when I see them off camera. And you can, what's the right word? You can see dust particles, you know what they are. But when you see the orbs, you can tell they're orbs and they're not dust pieces. But that was beautiful. That just came in and blipped in there. Did you see it? Boop, 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 boop. That's like, to me, plasma's like, that is light, and that's when people go on about the plasma event and they're making out, oh, it's the end of the world, and it's well, quite a lot of people are having plasma events, but they go on about plasma and Ghostbusters, don't they? Trying to scare you. I forgot what I was going to say now. Different dimensions trying to blip in and blip out. You know, was that not what that was trying to do? And they show up in certain lights, obviously, because it's plasma. So yeah, that was. I'll have to go back to my channel and watch that one. That was ace. That just came in. Interdimensional. Thank you. So there are interdimensional beings. People going about, oh, you like into flat earth? Well, flat earth. Don't know what shape it is, but a realm. Oh, you believe in aliens and stuff. I said, yeah, interdimensional or coming from different terrain that are blipping out from wherever. Yeah, because I mean, what is that? Something manifesting? Something blipping in, something blipping out. Yeah, exactly, like a spirit light body. We're all multidimensional. We are. And that's why I believe we're all like from quantum. The quantum field is like multidimensional. You know, some people want to go in and like, oh, we need to know the ins and outs of everything. I'm not bothered. I'm just amazed by everything right now. I mean, I'm just amazed. I'm like, I don't need to know the ins and outs of everything. I just know there's something there. And that's why they lie to us and go on about the globe and this, that, and the other, and try to pull the wool over our eyes because they don't want us looking at certain things. Because when you start focusing on it, like I said at the beginning, something's coming because I'm getting an itch on my head. You will start seeing. So they want to distract you with celebrities and the news and all that to distract you from looking, because once you start focusing on what is there, you're going to start experiencing it. So that's all I'm saying. Orb alert. Was there an orb alert? Was there an orb alert? Yeah, so I'll slow that one down when I get to play this back. Yeah, I'm getting all tingles on the head now, so I just want to stay here and go, we'll just sit in the dark for a bit. And we'll just... Matrix is being dismantled, no more reincarnation. Yeah, there's all this stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? So we'll try again one more time. The guy that I follow as well is I think it was thanks to Spirit Light Body, was the Orb Whisperer. So that's why you'll see me a lot of times holding my hand up. I'm just testing things out that he does to see if the energy's coming more, you know, like clicking, and then he's had ones that blipping, so have I. You know, holding your hand out for them to seem to be attracted. But then again, if it's energy, and I'm getting tingles in my hand now, you can feel the energies, the currents. They're attracted to the currents, maybe. My hands are tingling now. So, you know, so if you see me doing all this on the camera when the orbs come in, I'm just sort of looking at what he's been doing and see if it works for me. They'll come in anyway. Obviously, they have been coming in. But sometimes when I'm doing the whole filming with the camera the other day, yeah, they will come. Go outside and look for the... I went outside in the garden the other week and I had a red and a blue one come out of the ground. They were all coming out of the ground. But yeah, I'm going to do some more outside in nature, like the elementals. So yeah, when you see me doing all this, it's just because I've been watching the Orb Whisperer and seeing if it works for me, and it has been doing. So yeah, they do come. Yeah, Dave gets orbs in, and so does Tapper 77, and quite a few people have experienced them. So it's all good. Why does it always like light up when you move? What's this all about? I never get the light in. It's like, what's going on? Why do we change like the lighting when the lighting's there? Orb Whisper is dope. Orb Whisper. If you haven't been over to the Orb Whisper channel, definitely go on over there. Kinetic energy. Yeah. Do you get the... I'm having a discussion now with Spirit Light Body. Do you get the tingles in your hands, fingers, top of the head? And it definitely... And that's what Dr. Joe was saying. It's like you can feel the energies around you. Well, obviously, because they are. But I've had it for a while and never knew what it was until obviously I started investigating all this. Yeah, both hands. And it's in like the tips of the fingers. And that's why I say when I go on camera, sometimes I can see the light coming out. And I'm like, which makes me laugh. You like got magic fingers. I think that's why people can heal. Sometimes they can heal people with the hands because they've got this, you know, maybe I'm going to start looking at that. Tips go numb. Yeah, get the tingles. So actually, look at me, I'm like, I'm going, but now I feel like pulling one more card just because I like to pull 3 out and I haven't pulled 2 out. So I'll do one out of the Chrysalis deck because it's very relevant for us lot turning into butterflies. Keep it to 3. Emmett always comes in when I'm going. It's like, hi, Emmett, bye, Emmett. Unless you've been lurking, which is quite funny. Yeah, got to have 3 cards. 2's not sitting well, is it? They might come in as well. The orbs like my cards, so, you know. Hello, they like my cards. What can I say? Hey, that was shiny blipping in and blipping out. Thank you. They like the cards. They do like, oh, and one's turned over. I think it has, yeah. No, there's a couple that have turned over. Is it 2? 2. Well, I've never read that one out before, but this one we've had before. I don't even know how to say the name because, you know, I'm rubbish at reading, but it's about death. So, but I see this card as, look, you've got the circles behind you. I'd say like circles of life, cycles of life. There's a death coming, and it is the death of the old ways. We are bringing in the new ways. She's got the Taurus. It looks like Taurus, bull there. But I also think of like Taurus field energy. I sort of see that as well. Oh, no, that's not good, spirit, light, body. I didn't mean that as in a death of people. I just mean a death in the systems, the old guard. She's got like balls of wool. We're all weaving this new reality we want to bring in. And funny enough, it's blue, the one that she's holding. But that's just, let me check the book. Taurus, hell yeah, yeah, Taurus. So let me check the book. And it's a woman, and she's wearing purple. You know what I mean? Divine energy. Because that divine energy is coming in. Whether you like it or not. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, let me see what it actually says. If I can find it, because this book's really weird. I forget what they are because they're different pictures. What is it? Oh, the death card. See, oh, it has different things over. It's so hard to find. Right, that. So, because the death card is the new beginnings, isn't it? Everyone thinks, oh, it's like death. It's like, yeah, but it's new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. You know, if you got this in a reading, you'd be like, oh yeah, but it's a death card. It's like, yeah, but it actually doesn't mean that. Much love to you all. I'll catch you later. Bye. Bye. See you again. I'm just trying to find it. Why can't I find it? This book is really silly. Oh my. Right, why is it? It should be here, but I can't find it. Oh my God. Where is it? This is really weird. Should be here. I mean, we had a mandala effect or something. It's just not here. Yeah, say bye to spirit, light, body. Right, try again. It just doesn't seem to be in the book, which is really weird, because it would be. What? Oh my God, it's not in the book. How can it not be in the book? Anyway, the death card is the death of old ways, I would say. You know, when people get a reading, I was like, oh my God, it's a death card. It's like, yeah, it's the death of the old ways, which is, you know, I'm just going to go through it again, which is what's happening anyway. Gaia Ravens, Divine Child. Oh my God, I just can't believe it's not in the book. How can it not be in the book? Oh my God, that's really weird. Well, that's what it is anyway. King of Stones, let's have a look at that one because 2 fell out. Might be, that's weird. It's just not there. This book is so stupid. Right, let's go to the stones. That's earthly. The stones are earthly. So let's go to the stones. What is that all about? 10 of stones. Don't even tell me this isn't even in the book either, because this is just getting stupid. Oh my God. Right. The minstrel. Now we're looking for the minstrel. If this isn't in the book, then we've had a Mandela effect there, and I don't know where it is. No. 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 What is going on? What? This isn't even at the back of the book. Was there an orb? Right, let me. The minstrel. This is getting stupid. What is going on? Right, this isn't even stones. Right, so I'm going to pick another deck, sorry, because for some funny unknown reason, I just can't seem to find those cards at the minute. So don't know what's going on there. That's odd. But death does mean, you know, can mean the death of old ways, which is what we need. Death isn't always a bad thing. It can be death of, you know, a relationship, you know, anything. Oh, hello, orbs are coming in. I think they're messing about. What's going on? I'll do shadows and light. Oh, we're all coming in now. You're all coming in now. Yeah, I know you like the cards. Maybe you don't like them cards. Right. Let's do this one. So, yay. Yeah, well, I'll find it after when I'm not on here. I'll be like, oh, there it is. It's like someone ripped a page out and I can't find it. I'll get the orbs to pick a card. Nearly. Cross your head. Yeah, cross my head. Like I see you dancing about over there. Oh, hello. There's like the one that came in earlier. Be nice if it just came and hovered around here. So do a reading. I think it was like, I'll come to your cards. Go on then. See, beautiful orb. Well, the awakening is happening. Don't worry about that. We're all at the table. Bringing those good ass intentions in. Whoa. Sorry, I dropped them. That wasn't that. I dropped them. Didn't turn up. Do you see that one blip in and blip out? How are you coming to the cards? Come and pick a card. Oh, I keep dropping it. All right, I'll take this one. They normally jump out that way, but I just dropped it. So the one that's coming in funnily enough. You ready? 33. Oh dear. It's not bad. It's just that they use it. 33. That's hilarious. And she's got the whole halo going on, enlightenment. You know that they didn't want us to know, but we are finding this out right now. Dress of alchemy. Whoa, release your power. Is that not what we've been talking about? She looks pretty pissed off. I mean, she is a woman, you know, divine energy's coming back. She's got a lot of codes on a dress that look like hieroglyphs, by the way. They look a bit out there, a bit Egyptian, a bit of this and a bit of that. So let's have a look what this says. And then I'm definitely going. So, yeah. So she's 33, which is 6, let's just say as well. So the message is, this is going to be funny. Right, you ready? You have powerful energy. When this beautiful being shows up in your readings, you have strong, powerful, vibrant energy that changes lives. And with that comes great responsibility. Some people may be, I think it says, eroding their own energy fields. Have we not just been talking about energy fields? Yes, we have. Yeah, energy fields. Hang on a minute, I'm going to knock these all over the place. Energy fields. With own energy fields with blame, discontent, and choosing the same destructive patterns over and over again. This is what we've been talking about, energy. By the way, you're breaking old patterns. They've had us in patterns and, you know, sequences. It's about patterns, breaking these patterns programming. When this being walks in, she shows that it is possible to change deeply and truly and to become clear, bright, strong, healthy, and very powerful in terms of your energy. This is what I've been talking about. This is what the whole chat was about. She understands the responsibility and she has worked consistently with great discipline and earnestness to be able to create. Quantum. The eyes in her wings make it possible to hide from the truth of who you are. Oh, sorry, my dry skin and my fin keeps popping out. What's going on with this? Her eyes in her wings make it impossible to hide from the truth of who you are. I know it's just like it's not staying in. I don't know why. It's good job I'm getting a new one. It is time for you to celebrate who you truly are at this time, to acknowledge you have some electric debris that need to be cleared. Well, we were talking about clearing your chakras, clearing your energy, you know, your energy, I can't remember what we'll call them. This is what we've just been talking about, cleared. And when you do this, the gold, alchemy, remember, the gold of who you truly are will shine through. You know, your crystalline skin, people. Just as these alchemical symbols shine from my dress, it is no longer possible in the new energy to hide who you are. No, it's not, because you just like shine your little light, don't you? People like it and some people don't. You must take the time to be truly yourself. There is no more cloak to hide within. As you can see, the dress I wear reveals all my magics and all my secrets. The secrets and the wisdoms of the ages are being revealed. No shit, Sherlock, you know, do you know what I'm saying? Revealed now more than ever before. Of course, this great awakening is bigger than anything. It's never happened before. We're realizing what we truly are. And there's no stopping it, dark to light. When you have cleared your energy field of the guilt, we were talking about that before, the fear, the jealousy, and the envy, you will be able to shine brightly too, because we're coming back to love. That's what it's about, coming back to love. Yeah, most of us are quite awake on this channel. Divination message. Please take time to clear from your own sacred energy field jealousy, envy, fear, and guilt. Once you are clear, welcome in the bright, strong, powerful, healthy energy. After this take place, expect symbols and signs to pour in, because they will. Keep your energy strong and bright and follow the signs. When your energy is strong and bright, when you come from a place of love, courage, and I'm getting tingles on the head, so look out for orbs. Courage and wisdom, you will attract the right signs and will not be misled. Do not expect to have no change after her arrival. Relationships and situations based on an ego-centered concepts containing toxic energies will fall away naturally, and you will now ask for your worth. This is not hubris. I think it's overweening pride. It is self-loving action. It is self-loving action. And that's how the other people with bad energies and all that stuff is just going to fall away, because once people begin to wake up in this new energy, that energy can't reside in the truth, in love, in a higher vibrational energy. I've said this before, so that's all I'm going to say. So that's what that one was, and that was Ace. So, you know, yeah, the eternal flame is burning bright. We all have it within us, you know, so it's all good. It's just people have got to start, you know, looking the journey, look out for the signs, look out for certain things. Where's that card gone now? Well, there it is. So that's a good card. You know, definitely in tune with what we've just been talking about. So it's good night for me and the Orbs. The Orb fam in the house. They like it when I do the cards, you know, they like the cards. I think they like this box as well. Like I said, shadows and light. You have to have the shadows and the light. That's how it works. We have to see the dark to see the light. We have to know the evil to see the good. Yin and yang. So 2 orbs. What have they just gone past when I've been talking? I don't know. So if you want to check the orbs out, you'll have to just check the channel out, because they've been in all night. Some very strong ones as well. So you keep coming in when I'm moving about. Did you see it? Oh. Hey. So they're saying bye, and I'm saying bye. Right, so I put my hat on. If you didn't see it at the beginning, it's from the Trump Towers. Might be aggravating some people, but you know, you need to research. Oh, maybe they like the Trump hat, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, I'm yakking and waffling and I'm tired. So, I'm going to go. I'm just figuring out how to get on the off button as usual. And I shall see you very soon. And where we go one, we go all. That one just wanted to come in and go, hey, I'm just having a look and I'm just going to go again. I'll just have a little look at your hat and a little look at chat and I'm just going to go. Is that what you're doing? You coming in? You coming in? Do you want to look at my hat, or are we looking at chat? I think they like the hat. See, good taste. They like the Trump, so that must mean something. You know, maybe we're reading it. It is on this side. Oh my God, that's so funny. That's hilarious. Let's just put the mug up. Do you like the mug? Do you like the mug? Yay. That was so funny. Anyway. Yeah. So I shall see you in the week, because I think I'm just going to be chilling tomorrow and still sorting my suitcase out, unpacking still, you know, and getting over the jet lag and everything. So yeah, I shall see you very soon. Don't forget to check out Dr. Joe. Look in the chat where yeah, stay connected in heart. It's all about heart. It's all about Heart Centre. Tap 77 put the link up, so you might have to go back and chat to find it, but just go and see if you resonate with what he's saying, because if you want to manifest good things into your life, let go of the old energy, bring the new in, learn how to connect with it, and you will start seeing a change in your life. Once that starts happening, the world's changing anyway, but you know, there's a quickening. So I will see you very soon. Yeah, paradise around the corner. Thank you. Is it Jeshua the King? You know, seeing new people in chat is all good. People are linking up with different things, even if you're not, you know, resonating with everything I'm saying or everything that I like. But hey ho, lots going on behind the scenes of that Wizard of Oz curtain, if you know what I'm saying. So where am I going? So thank you. Tapper77 has just put it in chat. Please go and check out a lot of his chats. I think a lot of you in chat will really like it. If you've not come across this guy before, I think you will understand what I've been trying to say. You can let me know next time I'm on and what you thought about it, and I will see you soon. I might see you tomorrow, but I don't know. I'm not saying I am, because I'm still knackered. So see you all soon. Love and light to everybody, and see you soon. Bye. For me, myself, and I. Oh, thank you. See you later. Bye.